Good.
We are live, God.
You love to hear it. Session 5. Welcome back, folks, to the Grimpunk world of terror. Last session, our shard-struck adventurers, I'm pretty happy with that, continued their battle in the alleyway outside the Red Dog Inn, where they were ambushed by Auto Industries constructs. While the party faced considerable danger, they managed to defeat the automatons just in time for a new, smartly dressed construct to arrive and hand over a letter to Dandon that read as follows. Greetings and salutations. It is my understanding that you run into some trouble with some rather pedestrian models of my competitors over at Auto Industries. Please allow my personal butler here, Secundo, to offer his assistance in escorting you to our scheduled meeting at my office. Look forward to hearing about my special delivery soon. Benedict Augustinius Pemberton. With your new escort at hand, you made your way through the streets towards the Augustine Trading Company headquarters, but not before Secundo demonstrated his lethal capabilities by tearing some unlucky city guards apart limb from limb. Sad face. On your way through the opening marketplace, Gristle nicked a +1 dagger, and some folk bought street meat kebabs, before eventually arriving at the entrance to the Augustine Trading Company HQ. Secundo led you all upstairs, where you came face to face with Benny Boy himself. You all immediately clocked Benedict's southern charm as a veneer covering a predatory and ruthless capitalist, and were forced to explain what happened to the special cargo that is now embedded in everyone's heads. While Benedict was eager to see a return on his investment and wanted his surgeons and arcanists to check you out, he agreed to give you an opportunity to rectify the situation on your own, before offering the use of his facilities to clean yourselves up. And that is where we are now. So you've been escorted by Secundo to a wing on the 4th floor, and find yourself amidst saunas, hot tubs, cold pools, massage parlors abound, a veritable oasis of comfort and relaxation. It would be an extravagant oddity in any other company HQ, but this is the Augustine Trading Company after all. If any company can afford to do it, it would be Pemberton's. Go ahead and change the map here. So you can see, yeah, the 4th floor, very large complex, full of all of these relaxation stations, facilities. Secundo, after walking you all up, simply turns around and walks away. What do you all do?
Blake really said there must be schwitzing in the first episodes.
You gotta schwitz. You gotta schwitz.
Well,
Are we leaving? Are we 86ing?
well, Blake, with what happened in the out of game roleplay, is that considered canon?
Yeah, we'll say that like a condensed version of that happened, and then yeah, you've been delivered here as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So all that conversation stuff that people had with each other has taken place, and now you are upstairs on the 4th floor. Again, the Benedict has said, feel free to clean yourselves up, and you're free to do as you wish. You see that there are some attendants walking around. You see not like a whole lot of people up here making use of these facilities. It's unlikely that factory workers would probably have leave to use the boss's fancy saunas, but you see a few official looking dignitaries or communications officers heading out of a sauna with towels wrapped around them, just oh, good one, that was a good one. See you later.
Interesting. Well, I have been murdered in the last 48 hours. So I personally would like a moment to myself. And I will make eye contact with Gandon. Then we can go.
It's been muted for like 2 minutes. Danton just says, okay, I just look down. I'm pretty much been healed up, but I'm covered in my own blood, so could I'm just gonna get my things washed. I'll be back.
Yeah, so you can see there's like this larger pool in here, and then there are a bunch of smaller ones like all off to the sides. Varying temperatures, varying, like some are salt water, some are fresh water, some have like the scent of eucalyptus in the room. A real kind of spa.
I will grab Dandon by the shoulder and just prestidigitate their clothes clean.
Oh, that works.
You could have just asked.
Sorry.
You're fine. Well, boys, I understand that we have a limited amount of time here, so I will join you all in 25 minutes. And I will take my leave to find someone to escort me to a private bath.
Yeah, right away you find an attendant waiting just out of earshot who recognizes the sign of someone wanting something and walks over. Yes, how can I help you, ma'am?
Yes, we are guests of the head man, and I personally have had quite the last couple of hours. Would you possibly guide me to a private bath?
Of course. Follow me. And yeah, walks over. Yeah, walks you over to the room over here. Yes, this one is particularly lovely. I find after a still sees like some of the, you got most of it off you and your compatriots, but like the occasional like fleck of blood after a particularly taxing day. I find the eucalyptus room really helps relieve the stresses of the day.
Thank you.
Of course, if you have any need of our services, all you have to do is ask.
It is appreciated.
Yeah, steps outside the room. And you can see there's like a curtain you can draw to be alone if you want.
I will, I'm an adult. I will, leave the curtain available, and open for the others should they join. Before, folding all of my clothing nicely and dipping into the pool. Yes.
What temperature would Corey have requested for a pool?
Like a solid,
Awesome.
like I'm thinking like hot tub energy.
Yeah.
So like 104 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, you put your toe in and just right.
Perfect.
Can I'm clean now, so can I just find like, I don't know if it would be provided or if I'd have to or if I could just find it or if I'd have to ask, but I want like a lot of like gauze bandage.
Yeah, as you start kind of like looking around, trying to see something like that, you see attendant comes up. Young sir, how can I be of assistance?
Do you have bandages?
Of course, yes, sir. Please follow me. It's to walk out of the room. Yeah, it walks you to a smaller room just across from where Corey is in the eucalyptus pool. And in here you find that there are, it's like the linen closet, essentially. There are towels all around of various sizes, shapes, textures, and you see goes down into a smaller thing and brings out like medical supplies and starts handing over bundles of gauze.
Oh, I mean, yeah, cool, awesome. I truly too many. Like,
yeah.
I'm just like, thanks, and then I go find my own private area and take care of myself.
Sweet.
I have a
Feel free
question.
to. Yep.
Has Gristle ever been here before?
It's most certainly not.
No? Okay.
You are not important enough to ever come close to this room.
I was just curious.
No, in no way. You didn't
I
even
think-
Gristle. You didn't even know this place existed.
Yeah.
All you've heard was like Killian would keep telling you that the fourth floor and this particular wing were strictly off limits.
That is so funny. All right. Gristle will strip down just to the nude and jump in the swimming pool in front of him.
Yeah, you dive in. The water here is refreshing. It's not particularly warm, but neither is it particularly cold. It is simply refreshing.
I'm just gonna find a place to dump all of my armor as I peel it off. But do the same. I'm gonna strip down and get into
Yeah,
the
so you
pool.
could like throw your shit down in the main room here, the large swimming area, or you could find like a smaller room off the side. Where do you want to put your shit?
Honestly, I'm probably
Like you could put it beside. There are like benches and shit, and like
Benches and
against the
shit.
walls, there's some like lockers.
I saw
like,
the ones up
cubbies.
north. Yeah, those like little alcoves up north.
Yeah,
Maybe somewhere in that vicinity.
sure. Yeah, there's definitely a place to put your shit there. And like as you go and put your shit, you see an attendant comes up. We shall look after it as if it's our own.
Thank you. And I'm gonna hobble over to the pool.
Dandon walks in with an armful of gauze, sees a naked man and a naked goblin, and turns around and walks back out the door. Beat red.
Before I step away from the attendant, Blake, would you be so kind as to clean the blood from it?
Of course, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, takes out some supplies and starts very nicely cleaning it. She's got like some oil, got like a little sharpening stone also.
Stellar. Simply fantastic.
Do you happen to have a cold room?
Yes, of course we have a cold room. You'll find it to the south. You find, yeah, like one of these rooms over here.
Thank you. I will meet up with the rest of you afterwards.
Sweet. Elias walks away to the cold room. Excellent. Yeah, you've got your gear all taken care of, John. You hop in the pool.
Yes.
Sweet. Yeah, you hop in. You see Gristle. Gristle, what are you doing?
Just like
Doing laps.
not even doing laps, just like horseplay swimming, like splashing water and like running
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, making a ruckus. John, like as you're about to hop in, you see Gristle making this ruckus. Again, no one else is in here currently. So it's just Gristle doing that by himself, like
Echoes off the walls really loudly too.
yeah. Yeah, you see like an attendant raises their eyebrow, but nothing more than that.
You're muted, Jacob.
I'm just gonna get into the pool and clean myself and just ignore the situation over there
Grizzle,
for the
you know
time
that
being.
thing where you kind of squeeze your hands in the pool and shoot a stream of water?
Bristle's
Grizzle,
really good at that.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
an
keep
absolute
hitting him.
sharpshooter sniper shots to the head.
Yeah.
Unerringly accurate.
It's got a -5 to hit.
In your ears.
Excellent. As you all begin to rest and recuperate from your day's trials, what do you find yourselves thinking of? The last 24 hours have been hectic, to say the least, and in this moment of peace and tranquility, where does your mind wander to?
Probably home.
Corey thinks of home. Corey, you think of, yeah, the memory that was summoned forth, perhaps unbidden, but no less impactful for it. The cottage and its occupants, frozen as they are, but a home nonetheless.
Elias is thinking of the mess that we're in and how we got a child involved.
Yeah, definitely quite the mess. The pile of bodies in your wake is only growing at an exponential rate. But the child continues to live.
I guess still a kid, but he's gonna have to learn how to survive. There. But not with that goblin around. Don't know how long everybody else is gonna survive.
I think John is thinking of the next steps. What we need to do. Yes, that is solely, I think, where his attention is focused.
And what are the next steps in John's eyes?
We need to get out of this city. It's our presence here is disadvantageous, so I think that's pretty much solely where his attention is focused. And the ever-growing likelihood that he will have to interact with these individuals for an ongoing basis.
As Crystal continues to headshot you with water.
I imagine as I'm trying to have these intense thoughts and that's happening, John just sinks to the bottom of the pool. Just holds his breath for a while and just thinks in the quiet.
As you are, for the first time here, achieve quietness. Give me a religion check.
That is an 11.
On an 11, you enjoy the silence for what it is, a simple reprieve from noise, chaos, and gristle.
Dandon is thinking about a lot of things. Dandon is thinking about these weirdos that just showed up in town, and all kinds of weird stuff is happening. And they're thinking about the fact that they have more money than they've ever had in their life as an object in their pocket right now. They're thinking about, am I going to have to leave the city? Oh, we're going to have to leave the city. But I can get out of the city. So if it comes to that, I can get us out. I know I can do that. But then I think ultimately the final thoughts that Dandon comes to is that 2 days ago, they had not a great life, but a normal and consistent life here in Morentia. And this is the only place that's really felt like home for a while. And now a lot of stuff is happening that's gonna upset that. And I don't know if I fully know how to process it right now.
Yeah, Dandon, you've found a room of your own to sit in, clean yourself up in after that scandalous moment with naked goblins and men frolicking. But yeah, it's a lot to process. Lots happening all at once, which is in times of change, that's how it always is. That's how it was when you first fled to Morencia. Everything fell apart in a moment, and it's happening again.
Yeah, and I back then I truly didn't know where I was going to end up. And that was the scariest thing ever. And now that same feeling is happening again.
Mm-hmm. And yet there is perhaps a difference this time.
This
You
time
are not alone.
Yeah, we'll be traveling with people that know I'm there.
Yeah. Whether or not that's a good thing, we'll have to wait and see.
I think Gristle is thinking about how he is finally where he belongs, in the boss's pool. Gristle feels like his actions are completely vindicated.
Killian always said, the fourth floor wing is off limits to you. But look at where you are now. Off
Fuck
limits
Killian.
my ass.
Yeah.
It's, old Benny is finally starting to see the potential that you can bring to his operation.
I'm a
Yeah,
power player.
The cargo got blown up and is embedded in everyone's head, but it's besides the point. What is the point? Who's to say?
Who's to say? It's in our heads, which means we know where it is.
Exactly.
We delivered the product. All of us showed up.
The next step, we'll figure it out.
Figure.
As everyone reflects and asks themselves, what the hell are we going to do next? You all hear a familiar voice. Oops, Pete off.
No, thank you.
Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Is this thing on?
It is.
Shard struck. Can you hear me?
You've named us?
Yes, I have. I thought about just referring to you all as you all, but well, for what I intend to do, a bit of poetic license is in order. Nah,
And how long did it take you to come up with that?
we don't need to get into that now. What we do need to do is discuss what we are going to do now. Could you all come together, perhaps? I can talk to you all in your minds, but I realize that people bound to the prime material sometimes like to talk face to face.
We're not exactly in a
am-
situation where we can talk face to face.
You are not in a. Aren't you all in? You're all in a sauna right now. What do you mean?
I am enjoying my ice plunge.
Ah, okay. Well, perhaps 15 minutes then, and come together in the central pool. No.
Is that
I
the
feel-
is that
I
the
feel-
big one?
I feel you shaking your head, Dandon. You object?
Only if people are wearing clothes.
Out loud, I will say. You heard him. Oh no, I can't hear that. That's not the device. Don't say anything then.
All right. Well, 15 minutes. We shall reconvene in the central pool. Everyone enjoy your alone time or whatever. Although how alone can you really be with me in your head? Think about that. Eh.
Thank
You've
you
waited.
so much for
It's
the
become more of a little cretin thing, and I don't like that.
He is just a little cretin, man.
Letor.
No wonder you were in that ball.
What? Okay. You know what? We'll discuss that when we all come together.
We always hear his half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of us always hears his half.
Yeah.
Corey just dips like up to her nose in the water and just sighs.
Yeah. You continue to drink in the warmth for the time that you can.
All right. Well, this is the plot. So
After 5 minutes, I will begin getting dressed in my heavy armor, which takes 10 minutes to get dressed.
Yeah,
in.
you go over to the alcove again. You can see over at the alcove there is like a little window. You can look down again. You're on the 4th floor, so you've got a pretty nice view of Marencia from up here. The courtyard of the Augustine Trading Company spreads out. Below you see again the hum and buzz of work, of activity, people coming to and fro, delivering messages, cargo, departing with more cargo. The hive that is this headquarters carrying the trade of not just Merencia, but Terra as a whole. And you see that the attendant has indeed finished cleaning up not just your weapon, but all of your armor. Everything is spick and span. Right. To your liking, sir?
Splendid. Thank you.
Excellent.
And I'm going to begin getting dressed.
Give me an insight check.
Yeah, sure.
All of your weapons have been replaced.
All of my weapons have been replaced. An insight check of 21.
You see for a moment the eyes of the attendant like linger on you expectantly.
All right,
But he
tip
does not-
culture.
Would never impose.
Tip
Oh boy, they even have
culture.
Yes,
tipping culture
the-
here.
Can I, Jacob needs to roll something. I think yeah. How gaunt, from that insight check I got, can I tell how gaunt this individual appears to be? Like, how well nourished do they appear?
Does not appear to be underfed.
Does not appear to be underfed.
Yeah.
I will.
Fat.
It's not starving, but
Yeah, absolutely. As I'm like pulling my pants on, and like I'll get down next to my bag, and I'll pull out of one of like many side pouches, like just individually made like bursts of like 10 to 15 gold, and I'll pull out like 3 gold pieces. And I'll set them on the bench before zipping it shut, and I'll just continue getting dressed after that.
you see a nod. Most appreciated, sir.
Oh,
coins
removed.
disappear.
There we go. Yeah, and I'll continue on.
In the amount of time that Dandon was alone, do you think I would have had time to do a quick sewing of the halberd slashes in my clothes?
Yeah, certainly. You guys
Cool.
have been here for like an hour and a couple hours at this point, so
Cool. Yeah, so that's what I did. I didn't take a bath. I just fixed those.
sure. Yeah, you patch up your clothes. It's looking better.
Gristle, do you ever gamble?
I've been known to.
Noted.
Okay.
Well, I'm not gonna play cards with you in a fucking bathhouse, Gristle.
Why not?
The cards would get wet.
Mm,
You see, as this conversation is taking place, an attendant walks over with a tray, and you see it reveals like cups full of dice. For bathhouse attendees, we always recommend liar's dice.
Maybe we can have a cute little icebreaker when the others join. Thank you.
okay.
Is everybody dressed in there?
Is Gristle dressed?
Bristle has one towel on, but it's like under his armpits, above his chest.
It goes down past his knees too. It's like
It
down to his
goes
ankles.
down.
It's like a Marge
Yeah.
Simpson dress, just straight down.
It's hot in here. Gristle wears leather.
You see John is dressed
Yes.
and Gristle is covered by a towel.
Okay, I'll come in.
Dandon walks in.
Elias is fully dressed by this point.
Yeah, Elias, you've
Looks-
enjoyed your cold soak.
Same clothes, a little better.
Looking a little fresher.
Rush.
Fresh and so clean.
So fresh, so clean.
So clean.
Scale's a little bit more moisturized, you know.
Yeah, you see, like on your way out, a dragonborn attendant has walked up with like special scale ointment. My dad
Oh,
recommends
scale oil. Good stuff.
scale oil. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like beard oil, you know.
Scale oil salesman.
Scale oil salesman. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. Corey, you were still in your eucalyptus room.
At exactly 14 minutes and 59 seconds. You all hear the tap of Coralia's heels against the marble as she walks out in a very ostentatious, deep, like royal purple gown, and another obscenely large hat with stars along the bottom.
Hell yeah.
Dandon blushes again.
This one again is cut the same way the other one was, with both her upper hips showing.
Hot damn.
Do I notice that?
God damn!
God damn.
God damn.
But do you notice Dandon blushing?
Sorry,
Is
that
that what you
wasn't in
said?
character.
Yeah.
With your passive perception, yeah.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, you notice a flush rises on sweet Dandon's cheeks. Excellent. As everyone makes their way into this pool room, general room here, the voice begins to speak in your head once more. Hello? Hello? I think that's 15 minutes on the nose. Are we all? Yes, I see we're all making our way to the room. Excellent.
You've waited a long time. You can waste some more. You prankster!
You silly!
You know, the thing about waiting is, as much practice as you might have at it, it doesn't get any easier, you know.
Oh, I know.
Excellent.
Sounds like a bit of a personal.
A personal problem? Is that what you were going to say?
I said a personal issue, but
Personal
yeah.
issue. Well, you try and find yourself trapped in a stone for centuries, John. See how you're feeling. And then
Now
you
you're
wake up
trapped
and yeah, exactly. Now you wake up and you're in 5 assholes' heads. It's not, it's an improvement, but not much of one.
Well, when you
Although,
word it like
if
that.
we work together, perhaps it can be a great improvement after all.
And
Tell
what
me.
sort of cooperation did you have in mind?
I was hoping you would ask. First of all, hope you appreciate the warning I gave you all for our little morning visitors back at the inn.
So, I guess, how aware are you of things that are happening outside of our heads? Because you knew that was coming.
Yes, I did. My awareness is limited to all of your bodies. But when you are sleeping, I can still use your senses. I heard them coming and felt it prudent to ensure the continued safety of my vessels? Friends of my friends.
You said vessels.
Vessels
That's
may have been
concerning.
more accurate.
I did say vessels first. You're right. That's yes. But perhaps we can be friends. I don't see why we can't. You will help me, and I will help you.
If you want to be friends.
Start with a name, you said?
Mm.
No. See, that's what landed me in that Iron Stone in the first place. I'm not about to make the same mistake twice. My name is my own. But
You can't go into an Iron Stone twice.
well, you say
Don't
that.
start with that.
You say that, and yet I think that I have made strong enemies, and they would find a way to do it again.
Then at least a nickname.
I am.
one.
Mr.
It's the benefactor, Gio.
You can call me the benefactor.
Don't like that one.
I have also been. I was Chancellor for a while, and I respond well to Chancellor, so you could call me that if you wish.
Don't like that one either.
What about Chumbata?
Chumbata? What is this?
That
like
isn't
friend.
a word.
Chumbata? What's somewhat similar
Is
to
there a
Chancellor?
A shorter version of
Is there a
that?
shorter
we
version of it? It's kind of long.
Chum?
Choom. I could
Choom?
work with Choom. I could work with that. Choom.
Friend. Goblin for friend.
Oh, well, look at that. As I said, we are friends.
Goblin for friend. Is he
It-
lying about the? Can I?
It happened. I thought
Can
it
I
would.
insight check Gristle?
Yes. You can deception if you want.
Gristle's biggest lie.
22.
He doesn't actually know Goblin.
Oh my
Ooh,
god! I
I
believe that.
I only got a 12. I rolled a 4.
And I feel like this. Yeah, it's absolutely not. Yeah, Gristle, you're trying to like make it a thing.
I'll take
Gristle's
that.
trying to make it a thing.
Chumbada, it's nothing in any language.
Mm.
But what is
You
a
want us to call you Chum?
I mean, it
Sure.
works. It's better
Yeah.
than you're not gonna call me my name, so
Better than the benefactor.
I kind of like that. We could perhaps have like a
No.
rotation. Sometimes
Get it,
benefactor. Oh,
Can it, Chum? I think the goblin said it well.
very well. As I said, I was happy to ensure the continued safety of my friends. I can't exactly be having you all taken somewhere. If you want me out of your heads, then we will need to look out for each other. I'll say, too, I heard what old Benny had to say. Can't say I'm too impressed with that one. He seems to think he's, the bee's knees. So, you're rich. Am I supposed to be impressed? No, I wouldn't trust that snake as far as I could telekinetically throw him. And I sense that some of you have a similar opinion.
It's not far off.
It's probably not an entirely good idea for us to talk about this out loud.
Hmm.
He was really nice, but really scary.
That's why we're doing it in our heads to the
So,
Chum.
we're all just standing around each other, silently.
Silently playing dice.
I'll take you up on that.
Yeah, I'll for the map, we'll say everyone's like
Yeah,
moved over to the alcove where John is.
Silently playing dice.
Wait, are we telepathically linked?
Not to each other. We can
Not to
always
each-
hear everything he says.
Yeah.
To everybody, everyone can hear. Anything Chum's saying can be heard by any of us, but we can't hear what anybody might respond to him. So it's a lot. We can hear our end of a conversation and always his end of the conversation. It's like he has 8 different phones up.
We have to communicate this to each other somehow.
First of all, we have to do something about this. It's not a very efficient way of communicating with each of us individually.
We could leave. I say out loud.
We should leave.
Ow.
Besides, John needs to figure out a way to get all of these things out of our heads, right?
I actually had some thoughts on that.
I need to go collect some tools. I'll say out loud. Maybe we can get moving. Dice is
Yeah.
fun and all, but
John, not that I don't trust your abilities, but I have some former colleagues from the Theurge who could perhaps be helpful to us. I haven't been obviously keeping track of them, catching up with them due to my imprisonment, but I'm confident that if you find them, they can help us. They can help remove the shards from your delicate heads and remove me from the prison.
and in my mind, I will ask the benefactor. Give me a name and a place, and I'll think about it.
So, I have 3 that you could seek out. First is a Goliath of a man, Gorovenko Toporovich. He is an old friend of mine. Last I heard, he's always had an interest in the Cold Fire Crisis up far to the north. He liked to reside at Fort Kentigern there. Goro and I go way back. You know, he used to be a student of mine, in fact. He's one of the few who recognized the brilliance that I offered, and he was genuinely interested in learning from me. He would always be happy to assist his old chancellor.
What was the name of the fort and the name of the guy?
All right, I'll type it out into roll 20.
Yeah.
Gorovenko.
I appreciate that.
All good. Fantasy names are fun to try and write down.
Gorovenko.
Toporovich. Gorovenko Toporovich.
Oh my
Or-
god. What I had written down at all.
Fuck yeah. And then Fort Kentigern.
I got like the number of syllables right, but that's about
Oh
it.
my god. I got something completely different.
Gorovenko Toporovich.
I got
Oh, Goro for
Gorovenko Gorovich.
This is why we write things out. So people write down the right fucking names.
Fort Enter.
That's the first one. Our second option, Kira Adrith. Kira Adrith, she owes me a favor. She rarely leaves Ravencourt Sanctuary, where she teaches. But if you tell her that the Chancellor is calling in their favor, she will listen. She won't be happy, but she won't have a choice. Ravencourt Sanctuary. And then finally, there's Hoffrey Ghostforge. Hoffrey Ghost Forge. Now, as a matter of fact, I owe Hoffrey a favor, which complicates things, it's true. But the way I see it, if he ever intends on collecting that favor, he'll need me back in the prime material. Hoffrey's got himself a tower in Caer Boldor, but he's worked plenty with the Burok Empire to try and combat the beast, so there's really no way of knowing where he is. But the tower in Caer Boldor would be the first bet.
So, you've been trapped in this rock for like 100 years or something?
It's hard to say. Honestly, I kept track of the days for a while, but when I got up to about, what was this last count, you see, retreats momentarily from everyone's psyche, and then returns. What is 18,472?
I mean, that's a big number to count too.
A number.
Especially
I ran out of space on the walls.
You have walls.
The metaphysics of it is a bit complicated, but yes, there are walls that bind me.
God.
hmm
Do I recognize the name from Ravencourt Sanctuary?
You certainly do. Yeah, Kira Adrith is a, like, tenured professor at Ravencourt Sanctuary. Extremely well known there. Powerful mage.
It says 50 years.
Do I know, like, what type of person is she?
Oh, she's an elf.
Right. Okay, but I mean, like, personality-wise, is she?
Oh, personality-wise, yeah. Very, like, distant and reserved, like, aloof in her position. Is, you know, like, a hot shit professor, like, separated from kind of the, like, is not very teacherly, is there to, like, do research and, you know,
Emeritus professor.
yeah does their own shit, teaches the classes that they need to teach, but has no real interest in education. is more interested in research.
They're just using the money.
Yeah.
They're
Well-
forced to teach it.
So they're all wizards or like magic people.
Yes, the Theurge does not care what kind of mage you are. If you are able to manipulate magic and you have mastered the arts, then you are eligible for a seat. I think Gorovenko is what you would call a druid.
Hmm.
Prefers more of the primal magics. Kira is certainly a wizard. Carries that book around with her everywhere. And then Hoffrey. No one really knows how Hoffrey does what Hoffrey does, but he's good at it.
Yes, I've crossed paths with him several times. I'm surprised he got away with getting a favor out of him.
Yes, I don't want to talk about how I owe him a favor, but like I said, if he ever wants to collect on that, and I do believe he does, he'll need me out of your heads.
So I guess basically what you're saying is the one that would be the happiest to help us, or I guess to help you, is the furthest away.
Oh, yes.
And the one that's closest to us, I think, is the one that might just decide that they want the favor to be that you owe them to be just having you trapped in a little ball.
No, I mean, yes, that is what I'm saying, but I don't think Hoffrey would do that. I mean, we've had our share of disagreements. What I did at his wedding was unforgivable, certainly, but I think that we can rise above all of that pettiness and do what is best for Terra in freeing me.
I think I might be able to have a little leeway with the professor.
Oh, did you? Yes, that's right. You went to Ravencourt Sanctuary. Oh, I see.
Isn't Dandon looks really embarrassed. It's like, isn't that place is like that place is really weird. Can you even
is.
get can you even get there?
It is, and I don't think it's a place for.
All I've heard is stories, but they're never nice stories.
I mean, Ravencourt Sanctuary is certainly exclusive in its admittance policies, but I mean, you should be able to find a way. You've got a former student, after all, amidst you.
It was
Oh.
a long time ago.
The Ravencourt has long memories, Paralia. I'm certain you will be able to exercise those rights still.
I still don't know if exercising those rights are necessarily a good idea.
Personally, do not want to get involved with the Raven Court, but if you think you can convince this Kira,
Let's just say that I have a lot of information she's been very interested in for a very long time. Though Astoya is quite unforgiving.
Certainly.
definitely not a place for a child. And have you ever been there, Gristle?
No.
You can have fun there.
Gristle's been up north though. I heard him telling Killian.
Follow the money.
The way I see it, there are connections to all of these, but the choice is yours. I don't know who will have the answers we seek. I don't know if any of these people are where I say they are, but these are the leads that I have. I believe that these are our best leads.
And if you truly don't know how long you've been in that rock,
Hmm?
they might not even be alive anymore.
Well, I would say that if you find yourself a member of the Theurge, that there are certain perks of membership. A longer life is one of them. It's certainly been years since I was imprisoned, and
Question.
Kira and Hoffrey are certainly still alive. I would certainly hope Goro is too. I don't believe that he would allow himself to leave before he finds a way to put a stop to that cold fire crisis.
Okay.
I have a question.
Hmm?
Who put you in the rock?
Ah. 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 Ah.
June, can you quit grumbling?
I'm sorry, it is involuntary. It is a troubling memory. Let's just
What?
say that not all are as appreciative of great research as Goro is, or Kira, or Hoffrey. Some of the other Theurge members viewed the work that I was doing into the soul as problematic.
What sort of work were you doing?
Mm-hmm. Great work, John. Great and terrible work.
I have a theory.
Oh, what is your theory?
We should get out of here.
Mm. Very well. We shall. I have said what I intended to say. As I mentioned, these are 3 leads and 3 uncertain but nonetheless promising leads. John, if you think you can remove these shards yourself, by all means, do it. But if you fuck up and I am still bound, I will haunt your ass.
That was a lie. I can dig rocks out of your skull. I don't know what this is.
Okay, definitely don't.
That was a
don't
lie
do-
to buy us time because we
Don't-
needed
yeah.
time.
Don't do anything then. Again, if you fuck this up, I'll never forgive you.
Oh, pity. Would anyone like to go for a walk? I feel like I need to stretch my legs.
Let
me get dressed.
And I have things to buy, I guess.
Maybe we should go through the market, and then I can show you guys where we can stay for tonight.
Great job.
Thanks.
I will get up and start heading towards the door.
Sweet. As you all stand up and
Yeah.
begin to leave, you see that the door to the main swimming pool here opens. And walking in, you
Yeah.
see a fascinating looking crew. Layer, token layer. Walking in at the front, you see a burly looking individual. Appears to have some kind of like ogroid or like Goliath heritage. Is like hulking at like 8.5 feet tall, fucking thick as shit, like a couple, like 400 pounds probably. And then accentuating that bulk, you see that there are these metal clockwork prosthetics. On the one hand, that has replaced the hand entirely, and then like a hydraulic system around the right arm, beefing it up. And then you see beside all of the people walking in fact, appear to be bearing these clockwork style prosthetics. All of them are missing some form of a limb that has been replaced by one of these. And as they walk in, one turns to look at you. Sorry, thought the room was harsh.
Oh, we were just heading out, so it indeed is.
Yeah, no, it's a good place here. Pemberton looks after his own.
Indeed, it's quite comforting.
Never seen you here before.
We were new to town.
New to town, yeah. You found yourself in Benny's saunas.
My companions like to make waves.
Make waves, that's funny, yeah, because the pool.
Oh, that pun wasn't intentional.
I
I surprised myself.
Have I ever seen any of these guys before around the city?
Give me a... have you been near the Augustine Trading Company before?
I guess
Like
it
this-
depends. I guess it depends on what district of the city it is. I spend a lot of time around the docks, but I also steal a lot of
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah,
So-
if you were around the docks a lot, you would have seen these people, all of them. The group of people here functioned similar to what Gristle was doing. They were like private security for Pemberton.
Okay.
Yeah, you've
Do
seen
they-
them all.
Do they have a reputation?
Yeah, you've seen them. In fact, like one of the like street kids that you had, talked to once, got killed by one of them. He was caught trying to steal something, and they just executed him on the spot.
Letting John take this conversation, I step fully behind Elias and Corey.
Sweet. Yeah, the thing about the waves is funny, you see, because we've actually heard that you've been making some waves in terms of jobs. Gristle! Is that fucking Gristle I see? How you doing?
Shit. No.
I know, that's you, Gristle. I've heard of you. You used to run with 7 Foot Dan and Whiskey Jack and all them, huh? How they
Used
doing?
to. They weren't good at their job.
Yeah, no, good at the job, yeah. So, where are they buried?
And wherever their pieces landed,
Grisha, you're a good one, Grisha. You got a sense of humor about. That's what you need. It's night work. You need to have a sense of humor. Otherwise you won't last long. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 All right, you two have fun with that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start heading towards the door.
Yeah, as you start heading towards the door, the extremely large one steps in front of you.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Yeah, Rivet, the one with the face, mechanical face, continues talking. Where you guys going? We can share a room. You don't need to leave now just because we showed up.
Oh, we were genuinely just about to head out. The lady here would love to do some shopping, it seems.
Right.
I broke one of my favorite heels, and now I need to go buy a new set.
Boy, you can't be having that. You hear that, Countess? Looks back and you see that an extremely tall woman, again, one leg has been severed, and you see a prosthetic leg around the knee has replaced it. I see she's wearing like heels as well. Looks, darling, I totally understand. It's absolute travesty when that happens. Tell me, where did you get your dress? It is a lovely piece.
All of my pieces come from Astoya. I can give you her card if you'd like.
I would very much like that. Astoyan silk is among the finest, I find.
I will reach into the corseted bosom and pull out the card of Rosalina Ponti.
Hell yeah. She reaches out. As she takes it, a mechanical nail on her hand just whisks across, and so sharp but so light that you feel a cut on your hand, but it's so fine that it doesn't bleed.
A short.
I shall have to order one for myself.
Just as long as it doesn't match mine. Heaven forbid
I
we
would
end up with
never
the same
dream of it, darling.
court. Either way, the conversation has been lovely. Would you be so kind as moving out of the way, darling? And I say this to the large man before us.
You see the large one looks you see Rivet I think I see Gristle, right? You got what's that you got on your back there? A firearm. That's a nice one. Where'd you find that?
On the ground.
Yeah, you might. Sorry, I've got a propensity for firearms. You see, he takes off like a blunderbuss, takes out like a hand cannon. You see strapped to his arm is another gun. We've all got our weaknesses in life, haven't we?
The showboating.
Yeah. Let me see what that one's all about, and yeah.
You really want to see?
It's gonna go so bad.
Yeah, you see like a glint thing in the eye flares red. Oh yeah, most certainly I do.
Right. Let's check the lineup here.
The big one is just continuing to.
I'm gonna say in my head, Choom, get Crystal to not scratch his trigger finger, please.
Hey, Crystal, what are you trying to do there, bud?
I don't know. This is
No, see,
Kind
I know what you're trying to. I can feel it. I can feel your finger. I can feel your thoughts. I wasn't actually asking.
it's kind of a gun guy thing. So like, yeah, like sometimes we just kind of want to shoot each other.
Crystal,
Yeah.
kill him.
Gristle will pull the rifle out and just aim for the Countess and fire.
Everyone roll initiative. Let's get
Sure.
the scene set up properly
Oh
for
my
tokens.
god.
So did we get a
stepped up
long
here.
rest or
Short rest.
Cool.
You got a short rest.
I
I will say that the pools are very therapeutic. For the purposes of rests, it's so restful that you can all take a long rest.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I had no abilities and no
I had
spells.
nothing.
I had one spell
Nothing.
slot from being a warlock. That's it.
Sweet, and then
I
John, you
had
would
one
step
spell
up
slot
here.
from leveling up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I had a spell slot left for. Nothing else.
Sweet.
Oh my god.
Why?
Hey, Choom told me, guys.
I fucking. Okay, cool.
Coralia
Elias
told
is
Choom what to
here.
do, and Choom told me what to do, and
I
Gristle
get no
takes
such
orders.
thing!
Gristle takes
John
orders.
told you. John
Oh,
told you
John.
what to do.
I told him to tell him to not scratch that trigger.
I was about
finger.
to use thaumaturgy to distract him so we could run out the door. It was a
That
whole
ship has sailed.
thing.
That ship has sailed. I must give Blake his combat.
Kill him. Kill him now.
End his life.
End him. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and open up initiative on roll 20. If you could all click on your token and then roll initiative through D&D Beyond. You can, if you're rolling physical dice, you can do that. Just do this still so it programs in. 14.14. That's great.
How do you roll initiative from it again?
If you have roll 20 open and you have your character sheet open,
Oh, just
you should be able to just roll initiative and it'll send it through. As long as you click your token first in the scene.
Gosh.
And if anyone fucks it up, I can also just add you manually.
I don't think I.
I don't have my character sheet in
Create.
roll 20, so you would
Oh,
have to
it
do
doesn't have to
manually.
be in roll 20. If it's in D&D Beyond, you can use that extension, remember, and
No,
it should just port it over. So
Extension.
I don't think I have the extension.
that's fine. I can just
it
manually
called?
add it for folks beyond 20.
Beyond 20.
I'll just add turns for fools.
It's a pretty easy.
I can't get it. I don't have
Add turn.
Chrome. Teehee.
All good.
I too
And
do
then-
not have Chrome.
I'll add turn. All right. What were you guys' initiative? John, what did you get?
14.
I still have
14. Great. Gristle had a 14. Dandin, what'd you get?
17.
I rolled
A what?
a 15.
15. Gotcha.
Not to be that guy. That was my
Coralia,
physical.
22.
22. Okay. And then we're gonna do one of these. We're gonna add for all of our homies. Turn. Turn. All right. And then I pre-rolled their initiatives.
Of course he did. He knew we'd be fighting him.
I planned this.
Well,
What?
he had time while we were asking. Obviously.
You've fallen for my trap card.
God damn it. Yeah, it was trusting our benefactor to do something beneficial to us, apparently.
Yeah.
I'll import that later. God.
Countess. Oh yeah, that was the crit. A nasty roll.
I still get to go before her, though.
You fucker. We even got a 19.
Oh, that's true. Shout out to Triggerfinger.
Yeah.
Triggerfinger,
Hair trigger.
And then
Trigger.
Elias, that 14 is correct?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Alright, descending. I think we should be good to go. Alright, at the beginning, or before initiative begins proper then, Gristle, you've whipped it out. I'm gonna flop it on the table.
Gotta flop it on the table.
Fucking
been
shoot your
dying
shot, bud.
to make this joke since I saw the picture of the Countess, but of course it's harder for her to buy heels. She has 1 foot.
Good lord.
And that is a... Let me that is a Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20 will hit.
I was in fact stationary, so I get to roll regular damage.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, you do technically have one of us threatening her square, so
Sneak attack, yeah.
you can still roll sneak attack.
I can still roll a sneak attack. Thank
Yeah,
you.
sneak attack applies by multiple rules.
Yep.
You have your gimmick, which is fun, but there are other ways.
That's the D. And then I have to remember how much sneak attack I need. It's been a while.
Wow.
3d6. Rolling that down. Oof. So that is a 8 plus. That's a 19 sneak attack with my sneak attack.
Gotcha. As you take out which gun do you take out and shoot with?
The Arcanite repeater.
You take out the Arcanite precision rifle, line up the shot real nice, and as you take the shot, you see the Countess, even as you are doing this before everyone else, you see the Countess reacting as well and is able to dodge part of the shot evasively. Takes half damage.
Bullshit. What feature is that?
That would be some rogue shit, baby.
Rogue
On
v
your
rogue.
character shit.
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah, you see a dodge with uncanny speed. You could call it an uncanny dodge. Alright,
Did that
Crystal,
too?
is that... Yeah, you're good?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Alright, at the top of initiative then is the Countess up first. You see, as she gets blasted, some of the bits of her... See, again, like, they're all dressed in this, like, mixture of steampunk clockwork prosthetics. Some of them are, like, wearing armor. The Countess is wearing, like, kind of, like, high fashion pieces every now and then. Like, she's got this cowl. The shawl gets, like, blasted off by Gristle. You see she looks... That piece was 400 gold. And then lifts up her walking stick, clicks a button, and the rapier point shoots out at the end, and she just stabs forward at you, Coralia. That designer is trash. You would have me wear their outdated pieces? And it's gonna attack you.
Well,
As
shit.
an ally within 5 feet of you, so it's also going to sneak attack. But I gotta roll the hit first.
Well, it was nice knowing you.
It's a 16 hit.
Oh yeah,
Alright,
I am a
so
wizard.
that's 20 piercing damage.
Ooh.
As this walking stick rapier sinks deep into your shoulder, and as she yanks it out, she makes the deliberate act to tear your dress with some of it.
Rude.
It's an improvement. And is then going to bonus action disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20, retreats
Oh.
back.
in the morning.
You want to know what shape they're in?
Olga, take care of this rubbish, would you? And pulls back. Is that it? Yeah. Coralia, you are up.
It's too fucking early for another.
Oh, love, if you wanted to get me naked that badly, you could have just asked. And I will spin around John and then run my thumb across his lip and snap Fireball in the middle of all of them.
Oh shit! I played myself. Yeah, dude,
Fireball formation.
Fireball formation. You hear the Chancellor just cackling in your head. They fallen for the trap. Great work, Coralia. That's a classic fireball formation. I would do the same.
Classic wizard
From
move.
wizard to
Good
wizard.
job.
Yeah. A wizard sees you and respects your game.
You have to respect the classics.
Yeah. It's 20, right? So yeah, it's gonna hit all of them.
Yep.
Fuck. Absolutely fucked. Wizards with high initiative are dangerous. So dex saves for all of them, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go down the line. Start
I know
out
the fucking
with
rogue's not gonna. I know the rogue's gonna be fine, but she's fucking far away.
Countess rolls a 9. Absolutely fuck me.
Get fucked, Countess.
But does she have evasion?
Shut up.
Unnamed individual does that. Olga does that.
Do I have it?
All right, so Countess fails. What's your DC?
I do believe it's 18. 16.
Fuck. Okay, fail. Success. So 2 pass. Roll damage.
18. I think believe it's 18. That was good. That was funny. Thank you.
All right, time for some spicy.
Yeah, it's a little
Some-
silent in here, boss.
Control.
Pool fighting music.
Yeah, let me get the
Oh, there's so many
Donkey
D6 in my
Kong
hand.
Country.
No running in the pool.
There we go. All of this music is being played by the Chancellor. I was in prison, but I had my iPod.
Oh my.
It
Oh,
was
wait,
a
what?
nano!
What?
Yeah.
What?
Did
you say
gotta
something?
be on something.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm high on this fireball damage. Let's go, Karal.
Chum, it's been a long time since you've had a conversation, hasn't it?
What are you talking about? I talk to my friend all the time.
Who's your friend?
It's me. You've got to be friends with yourself, don't you know, John?
45 points of fire damage.
Fuck me. All right, so that's 45 to... You see the Countess does indeed drop down to a splits and takes less damage from that due to... What's it called?
Being a rogue.
Wait,
Being a
did she already
rogue.
use her reaction?
Evasion is no reaction.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah,
forgot.
so 45 halved
Love
is... Holy fuck. 45 halved
23.
is 22, we always round down.
Huh.
Still a fucking hefty blast, though, as you see all of the shawl gets incinerated. You bitch!
I prefer
Then-
cunt.
You bitching cunt! Cool. And then... fail for you. Okay. Sorry, just punched in all the damage in. Gotcha. All right. After you, or is that all, Coralia?
That was I only get one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's your action.
Until I
Blast
get
it
meta
off.
magic adept, I only get one.
Up next, you see this figure has a mechanical staff, gets absolutely blasted by the fire, barely reacts, just puts out the flames, raises their staff, crackling with electricity. A small smirk appears on their face, and they are going to... Where are we here? I could have done that. I forgot. Yeah, raises their staff and shoots an arc of lightning. For the moment, it looks like it's going at you, John, and Coralia and Gristle, but at the last second, it hits the hulking Ogroid instead. You see there's like a little conductor on their shoulder. It zaps in, and the hulking figure in front of you just giggles more and pounds their fists lightning fast. And then is also, as you see, juices up their friend, flicks the back of the staff, and a smaller bolt of lightning shoots off. Does a 26 hit, John?
Yes.
Yeah, you take 13 lightning damage, not fire. As a small bolt of lightning leaps out and strikes you. And is then going to reposition tactically. Steps out of the... actually, no, is not going to do that. Wants to be just further back. Yeah. The brute in front of you, John, just is going to start swinging. Do be swinging. Do that. All right. Does a... Oh, wow, I rolled 2 13s. That's funny. All right, the first one whiffs. And then the second one... 1, 2... 25 on the second.
Yeah, 25 hits.
Cool. 25 for 9 bludgeoning.
Reduced to 6.
Yes. Sorry, 9 plus 2, 11.
Plus 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Awesome. Starts swanging at you. Dandon, you're up. Oh, sorry, I can make one more. 1, 2.
Jeez.
Yeah, so 8 plus 10. 10 more bludgeoning.
Bludgeon.
Homie's hasted up.
Cool. Yeah.
Dandon, you're up.
That's not looking too hot.
Cool. Awesome. So I actually, before the combat would have started, I did say I stepped behind Elias and Coralia to hide. Coralia obviously moved. But my new feat says I can hide when only lightly obscured. So could I have successfully hid before combat started?
Yeah, you've made very clear that you were stepping behind Elias. Or yeah, I'll allow that.
Cool.
Absolutely.
So, being already hidden as a bonus action. Oh, I have good bonus actions. Let's see. Okay. As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself to boost my AC by 2.
Gotcha.
And then I am going to duck and look under Elias's arm with my slingshot, and I am going to take a shot at the big scary one that's in front of John.
Gotcha. Yeah, make your
Um,
shot with advantage.
That's good.
Sorry, I'll say there is this pillar that's like kind of in the way.
Oh.
You'll have to move slightly to line the shot up. You won't like lose your obscurity from that though.
Just move to the right of Elias.
You'll just have to
Helps the blend
shift a
effect.
little
go
bit
to like
to have.
here.
Yeah. Something.
Yeah, something like that. That's good.
Perfect. Then yeah, I'll stay over there. I rolled pretty good. I rolled a where did my actions page go? There it is. 24.
24 hits. Roll damage.
Okay, that's gonna be just a 4, and I'm a higher level in rogue. Oh, it's still 2d6. That's a grand total of, let's see, 13.
My bad, my mom called me.
That's 16 points of, I think it's bludgeoning damage.
All right,
Piercing
Yeah,
damage.
piercing. This is like your sling, right? Your slingshot.
Oh no, it is slingshot, bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. You see, as the slingshot hits, you see Olga's like frame muscles are just like bulking. Hits, does damage, but not as much as you would have liked.
Cool.
16 was the number you said?
Yes, 16 points of damage. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. All right. That might not be my job in this fight. And I will just stay, try to stay fully out of sight. I won't move at all after that. I'll hope that in the commotion, I'm still lost in the noise of everything that's going on. An explosion just happened.
Yeah.
That's the end of my turn.
Yeah, you see again, like the slingshot hit Olga. This brute didn't even appear to react.
Okay.
Didn't even notice.
Okay.
Cool. That's Dandin. That is Dandin. Gristle, you're up.
Alrighty. Gristle is going to move and beat fucking feet, and I think I can get here with 30 feet, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, 10, 20, one less.
Damn it.
But you could, yeah, no, that's fine. You can get there.
Yeah? Because I'm just going to take cover against this pillar. And then... is this going to be able to hit? Oh, I'd have to shoot through 3 bodies. Okay, well then, here, I'll aim at the red guy and just hope for a crit. So I'll scoot there. I'll get
Just
my...
goes through each person. You have to roll 3
Yeah.
crits in a row.
I do? Oh, fuck. So,
Well, you have to crit on one, and then you have to crit on... Well, you have to roll 2 crits. Because it doesn't matter after the third one.
okay. 13
You just have to make it through the first 2 skulls.
plus 9 is 22. Does 22 hit?
22 hits, yeah.
Okay, and I'm gonna roll my 12 and my sneak attack damage. It's gonna be a 12 Arcanite repeater damage with 15 sneak attack. That's gonna be 27 damage.
Hot damn!
You shot the
On-
mage with the Arcanite rifle?
No, I shot Mr. Redcoats Always Die right here.
27?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the number. Fuck me. That's a lot. Yeah, you see the red red of the coat is soon a slightly darker shade of red as blood begins spreading from a massive wound in the chest. Golly gee.
I know all of these guys' personalities just from the little snippets of voice, and I'm very happy about that, Blake.
Oh, thank you. Anything else, Gristle?
No, I'm trying to think, and everything else is just waiting
use your
for
bonus
to get
action yet?
hit. Bonus action. I guess I can what?
Hide.
Disengage, hide.
Yeah.
I'll hide then.
Give me a stealth check.
The mod. That's gonna be an 18.
Cool. Keep track of that. Elias, you're up.
Alright. Sorry, I was gone for a second.
All good, homie.
I don't forgive you.
I'm gonna summon the Coke Bears.
The red coat one, by the way. What a handsome fellow. Summon the Coke Bears.
guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna
God
summon
damn
the
it.
Coke Bears. I believe that is that a
Yeah.
dragon?
Which one is he? Raven? No.
That's Frederick.
Coke bears, Coke
Poor
bears.
Frederick.
It looks like a Frederick.
Yeah. Or
Actually,
You're gonna die like one too.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm gonna summon the Coke bears.
oops, lair. Token lair. Reveal yourself, Coke Bear.
Yeah, action.
2 of them, right?
Yeah, they're just gonna. Yeah, 2 of them. They're just gonna kind of scurry out about. They're gonna come, summon 30 feet away from me. They're just gonna appear like crawling out of the. One's gonna be crawling out of the pool.
Sure. Like over here.
And yep. And the other one's gonna be coming out of the door.
Gotcha. Oops. These 2 Coke Bears start. Yeah. Crawl.
Yep. And for my bonus actions, I'm gonna take out my cane and almost do the exact same thing and brandish it. Casting Shillelagh.
Gotcha. And now your bears go after you, right?
I believe. Actually, no, I'm not gonna cast Shillelagh. I'm gonna transform into a big bear.
Dandon, beside you,
I'll instead become a bear.
and beside you, you see Elias summons forth 2 bears and then himself begins to transform. Would you like to describe that process, Elias? Because it's not a smooth one, right?
Oh no, I jump into the pool, and out comes.
Okay.
Out comes
Elias goes for a swim.
I'll say to Dandon, hold on, stay back, and then jump into the pool, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Obviously.
out comes a bear. Well, basically
Nice.
one small bear and one big bear.
Yeah. All these bears.
That's all of my turns. I don't.
Shadow
I
bear.
Shadow
don't think
bear.
I can. I don't think my bears can attack, even if they go after me. So,
Okay, it's next.
yeah. So yeah.
Gotcha. All right. John, you're up.
Why is violence the only language Morentia understands?
Oh my god.
I'm going to fuck.
Hell yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. In
God.
Night City, you can fuck.
I am going to, through gritted teeth,
Redeemer, grant me patience.
and I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself with my bonus action. As he says that through gritted teeth, I'm not going to draw any weapons. I'm not going to produce forward in fighting, but I will cast Sanctuary on myself. And then I will use my action to dump some hit points back in with my lay on hands. So I'll just placatingly hold up.
I'm not interested in whatever little pissing contest is going on.
You hear the one who was doing the most of the talking before. You don't understand, the funny thing is we were actually sent here to bring you in, so Grishel kicked it off, but it's not gonna matter much, is it? You're coming with us, so I mean you're welcome to come willingly, but judging by these actions, I'm not seeing it go that way,
Wow.
In
Golly
fact,
gee.
I'd prefer if it didn't. It's
Golly.
easier to bring them back when they're not fighting anymore.
Golly fucking gee. I'm so happy. I'm so pleased. I healed myself for 15 hit points.
But yeah, I currently have Sanctuary cast upon myself. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Keep me notified.
I will do so.
Remember, lads, we can't have him dead. Benny needs a hedge for something, so keep those intact, eh, Olga? And then he looks out over the pool. What did you get on your stealth check again, Gristle?
Hey, an 18.
Oh, man. The passive perception on our boy here is also an 18. Spots just a corner of your ear behind the pillar. Oh, there you are. And lines up a shot and takes the shot.
Take the shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the shot. I'm taking the shot. So he raises the hand, the cannon on it, and blasts. Twice.
See
And
the
you see,
rules.
as he's doing it, he like hits some buttons, lines it up in a particular way, and fires twice. First attack does a 21 hit.
It does, in fact.
All right, so that's going to be 6 plus. It's going to burn some of these points. Plus 2 extra d10. So 16 piercing. And then it's going to take the second shot. You see adjusts slightly as you get shot. Your torso kind of twists, and your hand holding the gun comes into sight, and he shoots at your hand on the second shot.
Let's see what the number is.
It's a
All right.
19 hit.
Can I uncanny dodge this myself?
Yes, you can. So the damage will be cut in half. So that's 14. And then I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, strength was the dumb stat, guys. Ooh, that is going to be a 5.
A 5. On a 5, your Arcanite rifle gets knocked out of your hand and skitters 10 feet back away from you. I think I'll be taking that lovely piece. It seems like you've dropped it. You don't appreciate good marks, good workmanship. And then it's gonna start.
This guy talks so much.
All people start crawling out of the pool. He seems intent on actually getting that rifle, wasn't just saying that, and jumps into the pool, starts swimming over there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Does
He's
he have
still
to
in the
go
water.
past Bear Elias on the way?
Oh,
Yeah, how far I would have walked
Yeah.
like 30 feet.
30 feet, go ahead and move. You were standing there, right? So,
Bears have 40 feet of movement. You could move farther if you want to.
Oh yeah.
yeah, go ahead and move yourself. Where?
Well, you said a large bear. I assume you meant like a
Yeah.
brown bear. They're big.
I'll say, yeah, he encounters you. Is gonna swing by or swim by, so you can make an opportunity attack Elias.
Death, roll. Death, roll. Death, roll.
All right. Let's see. White claws. That's a 15 for 15.
A 15. 15 does not hit.
Damn it.
Rough.
Yeah, is able to dive under the water and get out of the way.
All right. Well, that's my reaction.
Gotcha. After that, Frederick in the red, oh my, takes a gun. You see he rotates something, and you see like a green syringe pop out at the end and just stabs himself in the chest where he got shot and pulls the trigger. He's gonna heal himself for a bit. And then you see, whoa. Frederick then reaches into his coat, and you see he takes out a small golden brass sphere and just clicks it and tosses it down onto the ground in front of him. As the sphere falls, it spins, rotates, and you see legs pop out of it, bang, and it clangs onto the ground, continues to unfurl, and reveals a eldritch cannon.
Whoa.
These guys can suck my Eldritch Cannon.
Oh,
Hey, brother. Yeah, it deploys
Would you-
that.
I make no comment.
And can, in fact, make an attack. Wait, do I have to? Not this turn. Cool. Top of initiative. That is the Countess again. It is going to run back forward. Is gonna bonus action dash. Is just sprinting towards you. You stupid little bitch cunt. Springs forward and is gonna jab at you again, Coralia.
Did she just run along the wall? That's terrifying.
yeah. Right along the wall.
Did she go past one of my bears? Or no?
She would have.
She would have moved away from the one at the door, right?
Yeah, this bear right here. Absolutely. Go ahead and make an opportunity attack.
Bears.
Yep. Do that. Good call.
All right. That is a 20.
That
or
hits.
7 piercing.
7. Gotcha. Alright, and is now up in your business, Coralia. Does a 10 hit? Don't tell me a 10 hits.
You've got like shield or something, right? Oh, on God? Silvery barbs?
Oh, I do have that.
Coralia.
No, I
Silvery
don't.
barbs.
I do not have silvery barbs.
You don't have
Oh, yes,
shield
it's
or
true.
silvery
We're all good. We're all good. I do have
Or
it.
Chronal Shift, right? Yeah, you've done time shit in the past.
Yeah, silvery barbs. I'm going to silvery barbs that with my reaction.
Alright, I'll roll again.
The advantage strand.
I'm going
And
to give
yeah.
it to John. Just take the lower roll.
Read the wording of Silvery Barbs. Do I still take the 10 then?
Yeah,
Or
she
I
takes-
take the
she
new
takes
roll?
the lower roll.
Okay, good. So you do, however, take fucking 29.
I'm gonna
As the
chrono
rapier
shift
finds
that.
its mark. Chronal Shift. I'll roll one more time. Oh, you just used your reaction, right? Chronal Shift is also a reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, the shenanigans would be unlimited.
oh, I'm good.
Damn, this bitch is unconscious.
Yeah.
Does she
stats
get
eat-
sneak attack?
Oh no, she doesn't. No,
She doesn't get sneak
You're right.
attack.
There's no friendly there. It's against you, John. So just 10 piercing.
Ooh, I can still.
Live?
Free.
I can
Yeah.
still breathe.
Excellent.
Hey, you
yeah,
love to
stabs
see it.
deep into your chest. You feel one of your lungs gets pierced and start to fill up with blood. As she leans forward, you'll be naked when I'm done with you.
Whoa! Don't threaten me with a good time.
Oh my gosh.
Coralia, you're up. I will say though that the Countess is looking very fucked up too. You see blood all over her, quite scorched.
Can I ask you a question?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
If I were to cast Pulse Wave on this cunt, would she take more damage from slamming her head against the wall?
I'm gonna say yes. She is right up against the wall, so
She's like,
yeah.
Do
I made
it.
a promise. I will just spit the blood that comes out of my mouth into her face and pull the thread from John's neck, casting haste.
Gotcha. As you cast that, you see far in the distant end of the room, you see the mage with the staff. Their eyes light up, and they raise their staff and cast counterspell. I forgot to do it on the fireball. I'm not about to forget this.
Does he have line of
Yeah,
sight?
no one
He
else
doesn't
has
have
to
line
do
of
the big
sight
guy?
through Olga.
The bigum?
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, there are two
Olga
bodies
and
in the way.
myself. Yeah.
Let me. What's the
And
word
a
in
bear on the
counterspell? I need to look at this real quick. Counterspell.
It should be.
You attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell. If they're casting it, spell ends at no effect.
It would depend on what
Which you take when
the-
you see a creature within 60
Yeah.
feet of you casting a spell.
Mhm.
You've got two not small bodies in the way. However, Olga is not taking up 10, not classified as a large.
Oh yeah,
it's
they're
still
not.
medium.
They're not.
But there's still a wall.
I
There's
will
only,
say
like,
there's
only,
two.
like,
Yeah,
like a
I
foot
am
of-
going to. I'm gonna make it a roll. I'm gonna
Make it a
I'm
roll.
gonna make it a
That's what's good
classic.
for us. That's fair.
Yeah, a classic 50-50 on a 1 through 10. On a 1 through 10, it's got to be bad for you. So can see it. On an 11 through 20, it's good, and
Okay.
cannot see. All right.
Yes.
Do you want to roll it, Fel?
Sure.
That's nerve-wracking.
That's
We love that.
nerve-wracking. That's terrifying.
We love Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells. We love rolling dice.
I rolled a 15.
Yo.
15 is good. There's too
Nice.
much bulk on the way. Cannot see. No counterspell.
I just saw it and I was like, oh my god, I see a 5.
But there was a 1 in front of it.
There was a 1 in front.
It was a one.
No counterspell. Cast haste.
Fuck! Alright, John, you are hasted.
Oh, fantastic.
I
What does
think-
Corey's haste look like again?
So she reaches up behind John's head and pulls from the base of his neck a white thread and takes the scissors from the other side of her and snips it. And it spools around the spool with the name Ennio on it, and all of the gray in John's hair recedes, and the crow's feet around his eyes dissipate, and the beard is gone, and John is hasted.
A younger man.
A younger, maybe
In my
early
prime.
20s young man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Young man. Oh, good golly gosh. Hey, but that's
you
a
have
nice
a +2 to AC, by the way.
AC and like dex
And dex
saves, right?
saves and an additional action.
Sweet. Anything else, Coralia?
Is there anything else I can do? Is there anything else I can do? I don't think so. She'll pull the thread from John's neck and spit blood in this bitch's face.
You see the Countess tongues it and licks it up. A real
Weird.
freak. Yeah.
She's into some
you see
stuff.
Olga,
It's
you see the
very
big
clear
one
to
just
me.
looks at the Countess. Awesome. That's Corey's turn. And now you see the mage in the back was unable to counterspell. However, is going to raise their staff and point it directly at you, John, and is going to cast Dispel Magic
Torch.
and end
Quite
the
rude.
haste on you. I'm not about to get pumped,
Damn.
y'all.
I can't counterspell that. Shame.
I hope you just realized that I am almost 100% taking counterspell now.
I mean, you. No, yeah, that's rough.
Counterspell your counterspell.
Well, I counterspell your counterspell with the counterspell. The brute in front of you
hate it.
lashes out a few more times.
Quick question.
Yep.
So there are multiple effects on the creature. Do they know which one they're dispelling?
I think he just dispels all of them, no?
No,
It
it
dispels a
dispels
singular,
one
yeah.
of them. Do they get to choose, or do they
I'm gonna
not?
make an Arcana check.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an
Based-
Arcana check.
Because I am currently being affected by Sanctuary as well.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Homie, why is your Arcana bonus so low?
Why is this Arcana bonus so... Me with my religion, I shouldn't talk. My religion bonus is plus 0.
It has no way to differentiate between them, so it's gonna be a straight roll. So how many do you have on you?
2.
2? 50-50 shot. On a 1 through 10, it is the haste. On an 11 through 20, it's the sanctuary. Or which would you prefer?
I
Take your
mean,
poison.
I'd rather the Sanctuary get dispelled, if I'm being
All right,
honest.
so on a 1 through 10, it's the haste. 11 through 20, it's the sanctuary. You can go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
Jacob, put your life in your hands.
The Redeemer blesses this day with an 11.
Oh.
The sanctuary gets wiped. Cool. Olga is going to swing at you. I'll make some attacks.
Oh, yeah, she doesn't... Yeah.
Two. For the first one.
What's the first one?
Fucking 11 only. So
No.
that whiffs. And then the second one. 1, 2. 26.
Yeah, that one hits.
So that's
That one hits me.
13, 15 bludgeoning damage.
15 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. And is then
hurts like a
going
bitch,
to bonus
Still hurts like a
action
bitch.
make another,
Yeah. As they're allowed to, of course.
as they're allowed to,
As they're contractually obligated to.
as they are berserking.
Yeah, totally.
Sorry, with reckless, one more.
Oh, I'm crazy.
Going crazy. Does a
Louise.
20 hit?
A 20 does not hit with haste.
Yeah, you are able to shift with your new speed. As a younger man, you're able to dodge out of the way. And then with the hasted action, is going to grab you and is going to try and jump into the pool.
Oh. Gosh. I suppose we roll athletics, right? For the grab.
It's certainly
There
going to
will
be a
take an
contested
opportunity
athletics
attack, by
check.
the way.
Yeah, it's just wanting to go in the pool with you, it looks like.
How's a 21 for athletic?
A 23, because I get to
Fuck.
roll with advantage as raging.
Yeah.
Is able to
Damn the
yeah,
rage.
for a moment you get down low and are able to get your stance set, and then just swipes the legs out from underneath you as you fall, catches you very tenderly, like in a drop, and then just jumps over the bear directly into the pool.
God. Hit him, bear.
Hey-
Go ahead and make
hey,
an
Blake.
opportunity attack. Yeah,
Blake, I have a really weird question.
what's up?
If I were to reaction cast Featherfall on them as they were going towards the pool, would they not hit the water this turn?
They are going to very slowly descend. Yes.
I will reaction cast Featherfall so they're just in the air.
Yeah. You see Olga just giggling in your face, John. But you guys are 5 feet above the water.
Noted.
Was going for a power bomb, but wasn't able to pull it off thanks
thanks-
to shenanigans.
I get an opportunity attack on one of my
Yeah,
bears, right?
Make it up.
Alright. That is a 17? With 6
17.
damage.
17 does not hit.
Damn.
so hard to hit.
Damn. Alright.
Dandin, you're up.
Okay.
You see that the leader with the metal face is pulling himself out of the pool. Appears to be going for the gun that Gristle dropped. You've slowed Olga and John's fall into the pool. Elias has become a bear and is emerging on the other side. It's gone tits up.
Yeah. Oh boy. Let me see. What
Things certainly have gone tits up. That is one way to put
who of this crew that is here? Who is the most janked right now?
Oh, the Countess for sure.
The Countess. How much did the leader guy? Did he take only half damage from the fireball?
He passed his save, yes.
He passed his save. Okay, so he's looking pretty okay.
He's hurt. It was a chunky fucking fireball. It was still
Okay.
22 on a successful save,
Um,
but is not bloodied yet.
Then I am going to run, just go across and get over here behind this pillar.
Yep.
And poke my head around, and I'm going to, as a bonus action, just look at Coralia, and once again, you will find your wounds just begin to knit a little bit as you get 10 HP back. And with Healing Light, I use both of my dice for that. And then as an action, I am going to pull out the slingshot, load up another bullet, and aim right at the Countess and just say, "Light him up," and let it go. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Hell.
Am I considered hidden from her at this point?
I think you are. Yeah, you haven't done anything to alert. Oh, the feather fall. Give me a stealth check.
Okay. Actually, let me check what the components are for Featherfall. It is verbal, so I would have
Shout it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have had to say like no or something like that. So
Yeah.
what am I making?
Give me a stealth check.
A stealth check?
Yeah.
Really good.
I'm
25.
making lots of splashes in the water.
You're hidden.
Cool. Then I'm going to
Elias
take
is
this.
splashing around. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this guiding bolt with advantage.
Shoot up.
Natural 19.
Oh, almost had me. Remember again the crit rules, folks. So if you get a natural 20, you gain inspiration.
So
But yeah, that hit-
is
that'll
going-
hit.
That guiding bolt is going to be 4d6. Wow. Had me in the first half, not gonna lie. 16 points of radiant damage right to her throat.
Is
with a
gonna-
ball arrow.
Yeah, as you say that, you see the Countess looks up and sees you at the last second and is able to dodge evasively some of it, having to use uncanny dodge, but is very fucked up.
The next
Still alive though.
The next attack roll against her has advantage.
Yeah, you see
Until
as it
somebody
sears across
Or
her
no.
throat, you see some blood fly. Oh, you little shit! Yep, has advantage on the next attack roll though.
Yes. And I will just stay behind the pillar.
Grizzly, you're up.
What's his name? Rickety Cricket.
Yeah, Rickety Cricket, that's correct.
Rivet. Is Rivet in the water still, or is he like
right-
climbing up?
He's right at the edge. He's about to climb up on his turn, but he's still in the water.
Could Gristle just walk up to him and like point blank
Yeah.
pistol to the forehead?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I'll take a -5 so I can add +10 damage to that.
Yeah, dude, up.
Amazing.
You
Gotta-
walk out around the corner.
Please be good.
Does he get advantage
Ooh.
because of the compromised position?
No, you do not.
Valid.
Damn. That is going to be an 11. Because I took the
Uh,
-5.
Does not hit. No.
Can I do anything else?
You gotta get the gunner feet or something. man.
You're gonna have to do better than that, Grisel.
I-
Nice of you to show a fright in my line of strike, though.
Let's see. Damn, I'm really scraping. Fuck it. Can I just jump on his face?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna jump on the front of his face.
He's
And just
gonna
start,
full
like-
drop bear him.
Yeah.
He can't pick it up if he can't see it.
Excellent. Just to be clear, no mechanics are involved in this, right? You can't. No,
I
this
don't-
is not a grapple check.
I'm not trying to grapple him. Maybe obscure his vision.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
roll you acrobatics if you want it.
I would love an acrobatics check.
Oh, that's a 10 with a +7.
You are a small goblin trying to be a big nuisance, and despite your personality, you're not too sure you pulled it off.
Damn it.
Oh, right, you stop moving around, you. Alright. That's it, Grisel?
I think so, unless I can bonus action. Unless you're taking that as my bonus action.
I think so, yeah, you did say.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, Elias, you're up.
Alright, so I'm just gonna.
Oh, you should be further in the water. If you went 30 feet, you should be like,
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and
yeah, over there.
attack him.
Yeah.
Twice, bite and a claw.
Yeah, you're in the water. Above you are Olga and John, very slowly descending.
Bite is 22
22 hits.
and 5 damage, or 9 damage.
9. Okay.
And claw is natural 20, baby.
Oh, hell yeah. Gain inspiration.
14 plus 8,
Amazing.
Plus 8 is 22.
22.
Down to-
And I'm gonna septic strikes.
Oh no.
Or
His
that.
strikes are septic.
Septic
Oh, they're so
strikes.
gross.
He's
They're,
stinky.
they're so
Or an
stinky.
extra d4.
He's a stinky man. He's more stink. He's D4 putrid damage.
D4 stank.
True.
And that is
What was the D4? Sorry.
2.
2.
I think it's poison. I believe it's
2 plus 4, right? Crit, so. 6.
Yes. Oh no,
Poison.
no, the septic strike is different. Like it's a bonus.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
Not on
two.
the rider.
Gotcha. Thank you.
All right. That's
Now the
my
bears.
turn. Now the coke bears.
They swarm. The cocaine bears.
The cocaine bears. Okay, one is gonna go for the countess.
We predicted that movie before.
We did. We predicted that movie in our game before they announced it. It has advantage on the attack against the countess. because the countess got guiding bolted.
Yeah, who are they going after?
Yeah. Okay, one is gonna go against the countess.
Gotcha.
How can I clear this?
Oh, it worked. Hey, cool.
Very bitchy.
And then the other one. Or just do the
Okay.
first one, yeah.
And the other one is just gonna go. It's 25 for 9 damage. And the other one is just gonna go towards the mage.
Geo.
Yes.
How do you want your Coke Bear to
Oh my
kill the Countess? As this rat-sized bear scurries over to the Countess. The Countess, again, neck just scorched by a guiding bolt, looks up at you, makes eye contact with you. Dandin pulls the rapier out of Coralia. You're next, you little shit. And then looks down. What the hell?
And the Countess just sees like little black creatures surrounding her, starts tearing at her. Like, was she wearing a dress?
No dress, but form-fitting pants.
Yeah, her pants, and
Those are designer!
basically like just ripping her out with the shreds.
Yeah, drops down like 2 feet as her legs get shredded, and then continues to be torn apart by this cocaine-fueled bear. The Countess is no more.
Is she like shredded apart? Is she like just disintegrated?
Not fully. It was the legs that got disintegrated, that torn to shreds, but from the chest up, or the waist up, she is still intact, but dead.
Okay, cool.
As the bear just starts gnawing away.
Yep, and it turns towards John. No.
All right, and then where's the second bear going?
The second bear's going for the mage in the back.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Can't let him counterspell everything, you know.
All right, roll to hit.
All right, that's a 15. Does that hit?
15 does hit, but a shield gets thrown up.
Okay,
It's
well, at least no counterspell.
Yeah,
At least
no counterspell was used. Cool.
That's okay with me.
That's Elias.
Yes. That's...
John, you are up. We'll say, yeah, on John's turn, you guys, at the end of you guys hit the water. It's at the start of the turn, right? For Featherfall?
It says
I think it says something like it takes you a turn to fall.
for Featherfall, it says a falling creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round. So yeah.
Yeah, you hit the water.
How deep is the water?
The pool's like not that deep. Like in the center, it's about like 6 feet. You guys are close
right
to the
where
edge,
we
so
are.
it's about like 4
we're probably
feet,
at, like, a
3 feet
stair.
only. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You very easy to stand up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think with the hit of the water and the getting up and the thrumming of blood in the ears.
Violence is the only language any of you choose to speak.
And I'm going to grab the hilt of the great sword on my back, and he tugs, and as he does, there's a flash of brackish purple fire, and it incinerates the peace wrappings. And he slowly starts to draw the blade from its sheath. A dull... It's not like a sharp ringing, like from metal being pulled from a scabbard. It's like a dull scraping, like stone being dragged across. There's a parting in the center of the blade that fuses again at the center, and so there's just a gap. And as the tip leaves the sheath, a burst of fire roils, that same brackish purple, roils up from the hilt in that empty center, up through, and engulfs the blade in the flame as it starts sizzling and hits the water. And I'm gonna grab it with the other hand and an upward swing, swiping through the water. Make a strike at this dickhead,
dude
which,
up.
since they were attacking recklessly, I believe I have advantage on
You
the attack.
certainly do.
Okay.
You certainly do.
I wonder if that's a magic weapon.
Certainly might be.
In fact,
magic
Dandin,
weapon.
give me a religion check, please.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit.
Does hit. Fantastic. I get to roll 3d6 damage. I could potentially smite. That would be, I think that would be economic of me. I think I will dump a second level smite, and as he does, previously it's like a ringing of a bell, but this time as he strikes that flame, though dimmer and like more natural in color, but it just erupts from the blade as he rakes across. And I deal, let's see. I'll break it up for you because it's a couple different damage types.
That is important, yeah.
Yeah. So the hit deals 9 points of slashing damage plus
Gotcha.
6 points of psychic damage.
Gotcha.
And then I get to roll the smite, which is, let's see, 2d8 base, 3d8. That's 12 plus 5, 17 points of radiant damage.
Jeez.
As,
God
for my first attack.
Yeah, as you do this tremendous amount of damage, you see blood begins to fill the water, and Olga, you hear like a chugging sound as something begins to pump into Olga, and she is going to take a d12. Oh fuck! Only 6 less. Brutal. All right, go ahead and do your second.
And then my second attack, also I presume at advantage for the same reason.
Yep.
Didn't need it. That's a natural 20.
Oh no.
I'm also going to smite at second level for this one.
Yeah, you are.
Yep.
We're just gonna get that little bit of bookkeeping out of the way,
And
we're gonna
you gain inspiration.
I gain inspiration. That's so sick.
Catastrophic.
That's 12 points of slashing damage, 5 points of psychic damage. Sorry.
Plus, yeah.
16, 20 points of slashing damage, 10 points of psychic damage. And for the radiant damage, 24 points of radiant damage.
John, how would you like to do it?
Okay, so John does the
I'm
first
assuming.
swipe up, and it's just a hissing, hot, violent, fiery mess. And then as the blade is up high, he just holds it there for a moment, and all his muscles tense, and he brings it down, and he cuts into this hydraulic section arm down from shoulder to hip.
Yeah.
And as he rips through, there's a burst of that brackish purple flame around his throat, as though it has like a ring all the way around, as though it had been cut through. There are no burns at the chest where the fire touches.
Yeah.
As he is violently assaulted of a time John held somebody aloft by their hair and just sliced their head off. He is assaulted with that vision in his last moments.
Yeah. In an explosion of viscera and gore, Olga is, cut in twain. Very, very dead. And as the last sounds you hear from Olga as dies are and gets rent asunder.
Hate it.
And then the sound of like a shrieking echoes throughout the room from the blade itself. What was that religion check, Danda?
I truly have a +0 to religion.
Me too, man.
I rolled a 16.
A 16. Dandin, as John drew the blade, you hear the same soft voice that you heard long ago when you first boarded the ship to Morencia that gave you comfort. Oh no, John. Not again.
Oh dear.
Anyway, for my bonus action, I'm going to my movement. I'm John, just in a pure blood daze. I think he recognizes vaguely that the bear isn't his target. Let's see, how much movement? How far is that? Where's the measurement tool? There we go. Am I able to get to our little artificer friend if I hop out of the pool?
Yeah, certainly.
Absolutely.
15 there, 10, yeah.
Fantastic. Am I like probably here-ish?
Yeah.
I'd be able to reach?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm hasted. Absolutely. I zip up out of the water and
A young man, a young violent man.
a young violent man. And I think he drags the tip of the blade along the tiles as he runs, and I'm just going for another. I'm going to use my War Priest to make a bonus action attack.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
shaking his fists right now.
I already used my hasted action. Attack twice, and there I will do. This one isn't at advantage.
Correct, straight.
Just a straight regular roll. It's still a 20. It's high. 24.
That hits.
Absolutely.
Wait, 24?
24.
Ah,
It hits. You know, we'll be economic. We won't use a second level spell slot, but we will use a first level spell slot, and I will smite him again.
I mean, when
So
the
he
blade comes
takes-
out, you gotta smite.
Value.
13 points of slashing damage, 4 points of psychic damage, and 9 points of radiant damage.
Ooh, so fucked up.
And truly, I am wielding a great sword. This is truly a huge heft of a weapon. Can I, as part of that attack and maybe some more of my movement, can I shove him into the pool as well?
Shove is an action.
Shove is an action? Fair
Yeah,
enough, fair enough.
Yeah, it's like an
Understood.
attack action.
Yeah, no worries. I will just let that be what I do. He has a big ol' cannon, though.
Yes.
How much movement did I use?
You were here like 20 feet, yeah?
Okay, I will use the rest of my movement to zip
If you're
around
hasted,
behind
right?
him.
So yeah.
Yeah.
You got a fuck ton.
I will finishing that movement off, just holding it aloft in front of him with the pillars in my back.
Yeah.
Just finish my attack.
Sweet.
That's my turn.
A horrifying turn, John. Over to Rivet. Gristle, you're attempting to be a nuisance to Rivet, lowering his arm as he steps out of the pool. He slings off of his back his blunderbuss. Gristle, you got good gear, it's true, but you ain't got the skill to back it up, bro. And just blasts directly into your face.
Miss.
Let's
Miss.
see what the roll is.
Miss.
First attack is a 28 to hit. Holy
Oh,
cow.
Ooh, that
Let's
hits.
roll. Let's roll.
And
So that's 15 piercing damage.
I think I'm gonna uncanny dodge.
Yeah, that's a good call because he's also going to spend some grit points and do more.
Grit points.
Yeah.
Go
he's a
roll
gunslinger fighter.
I was going to do an extra.
Shout out to Matt Mercer, by the way,
Shout out Matt Mercer.
who stole it from Pathfinder.
Yeah. An extra 16 on top of that. So 31 is the total.
So I would taking.
Half that to
15.
15. Yeah. So you take
Oof.
15 piercing.
I'm at 4 health.
And He's gonna sling that back over the shoulder and take a second shot with his arm pistol.
Rude.
Rude indeed.
He's got-
You don't have the fucking stones to kill me!
Oh, yeah. It's not killing if you're just putting something down, right? Takes another shot.
Oh,
It's only a 13 to hit.
that misses.
Yeah, whiffs it. As you got blasted back by the blunderbuss, miscalculates and whiffs the shot. And is then going to, you see, bonus action, he just takes out a syringe full of like a black liquid and jams it in near his heart and just pushes the plunger down and is going to do some healing. D10 plus 7, 15.
Jeez.
Alright, and then is going to move over and put his boot on the gun.
Opportunity attack?
He left your range, yeah, go ahead and make it.
Do I get one? Because he blew me backwards.
It's a melee, yeah, you can make a melee opportunity attack.
Okay, let's see. I have a +1 dagger that I keep.
Yeah.
16, I'm assuming doesn't have right.
Oh, wait, sorry, you would have been like blown back there, so you would not be able to make one. What was the attack?
16, I'm assuming doesn't hit.
A 16 does not hit.
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm homies are dropping. He is going to action surge. And he's gonna shoot at you again, Gristle.
He's gonna fuck
Oh boy.
execute me.
Yeah.
Per
You have to understand, it's nothing personal, bro. We're just doing business, yeah?
Just business.
We just gotta bring you in. Didn't specify in how many pieces, as long as the head's intact. So he shoots at your gut for 27 to hit.
And I'm gone.
9. Yeah, Gristle, you get dropped with a gut shot.
Oh,
Yeah, I know how that feels, bro, so I have to accept my most sincere condolences.
Gristle's just writhing on the ground and screaming.
Back over here, John. Frederick is truly so fucked up. Run! What the fuck? Who the fuck are you guys? And is just going to. Oh man.
I will say, in this moment, I think the people that can see, which is uniquely probably only Corey, John has a little like crisscross scar on the side of his mouth. And the last time he got hasted, his mouth was pretty like grit and set, but like it was weird. It kind of like was mismatched. And when he says this, there's this snarl that creeps onto his face, and the scars pull in and line up.
Oh shit.
Just a little note for you guys. Just a fun little thing.
Frederick,
Can I roll an
turns to
intimidation
you.
check for giggles?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just for shits and the aforementioned giggles. 17.
17. You see, he was gonna do something. He loads like a huge canister into his gun and just pulls the trigger. Okay, I'm gonna need a Constitution saving throw from you, John.
I can do that.
And I'll also need it from one of your bears, Geo, and from Mage.
That's an 18.
18 passes.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So you take.
Reduced.
Natural
Yeah,
20 on my bears.
Yeah, bear in the
21.
chat.
your bear is inspired.
Bears
You
in
can
the
get.
chat.
You can give that inspiration to one of the players if you want.
Okay, I'll give it to Coralia.
Sweet. All right, so that's 17 halved down to 8 thunder damage, John.
8 thunder damage. Nerd.
and you are not blasted back. I mean, you're against the pillar. You weren't going anywhere anyways. And it's now going to desperately try and flee. So make an opportunity attack if you want.
Oh, I would be ecstatic to do so. Ooh, not super high. 14?
Does not hit.
Beans.
As he starts to sprint away. Yep.
You know what? I already made the roll. I'll think about it next time.
Gotcha. As he sprints away, he just shouts out a command word, and you see the cannon rotates to face you, and is going to blast at you. Ranged spell attack. Cool. Certainly whiffs. Yeah, and is just he looks down, he sees the corpse of Olga floating in two pieces, sees the corpse of the Countess,
Half the corpse.
yeah, half the corpse, and just leaves the room. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Simply said, fuck you guys.
Yeah, you hear him muttering, I'm not paid enough for this shit. Top of initiative. Countess, dead. Paralia, you're up.
Okay.
You see troubling things from John.
Yeah,
Though
at
certainly
first-
effective.
At first, out of the corner of her eye, Corey sees the sword get drawn, and an elation comes across her of just pure excitement. And then it drains very fast as she watches the dazed glower across John's face. Can I insight check him?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an insight check. I don't think it'll be contested by anything, but it'll just be a DC to see how much you get.
As a 19.
19. What kind of insight do you think Corey's able to draw, John? To gain.
John is on a 19. John's in the middle of like a PTSD episode. Like fully in the grips of some sort of
Yeah.
very deep auditory and visual hallucination.
John is elsewhere.
Yeah, John is not here.
Son of a bitch. I am going.
And yeah, the sword like is absolutely the reason for it.
I am going to cast. I'm going to move first.
Truly, Blake, just for Blake's insight, I think what it was the feeling of the water running down his face without the beard. And the back of the head with the shorter hair. I think it was
Yeah.
feeling that, and in that moment, I think that's when it
Yeah, it triggered the
snapped
sword.
for him.
Gotcha.
I'm measuring. Hold on.
Gotta measure.
Oh no, he's close enough.
Wizards do be measuring them.
I am going to. I am going to cast Ice Knife. At I think second level.
Gotcha.
At that motherfucking piece of shit at the end of the hallway, hiding like a coward.
The mage. Yeah, dude up. I think, yeah, Ice Knife has like 120 feet or some shit.
It's 60,
You
but
are 60. That's still within range. Dude up. Make an attack roll first.
that is a
right,
natural
and then-
20, sir.
Fuck. God damn it. Gain inspiration.
Another one. I'm gonna give it to Dandon.
Give it to Dandon. Yeah, Dandon. You gain inspiration. We're loading the party up.
Is inspiration a reroll for
Yes.
this game? Okay.
I'm going to toss this thing at him. 1d10.
Yep, with the knife.
With so she from the corpse that is quickly losing its heat. She pulls the humidity around her into a thin, like ribbon-like thread, and it crystallizes up her hand, and she spins on her heel and just fucking yeets this thing like an arrow down the hallway.
Hits Mach 2. Roll. Yeah, give me that damage, and then
That
it's gonna
was-
explode additionally, right?
Real close to max damage. That is 14 points of initial piercing damage,
Gotcha.
which is magical.
Yeah.
And then 3d6 exploding damage.
Is there a dex save for that part of it?
Yeah. Right.
Oh, right, it is a dex save of 16.
Yeah.
For the
Alright,
ice, at least.
Yeah. And then dex save. All right. So I got the damage.
Please fail.
And then a dex save.
Mother
Natural 20.
fucker.
Yeah, you see a like a mechanical arm just unfolds from the back, like near the shoulder, and kind of swats some of the icicles away as it explodes. But what's the damage?
That is 15
Oh.
points of damage.
So for the explosion, if you pass, there's no half damage. But now I need a save for the bear.
Does the bear take... Is the bear collateral damage?
Roll a save for the bear, please. Oh, Gio might not be here. I'll do it.
I am.
Oh,
Sad.
Give me a
I'm
dex save for the
Sad now.
saddened. You execute the bear.
14 dex.
I'm
14
sorry.
dex? That does not pass, right? So 2d6.
3d6 because I upcasted it.
3d6. What's the damage on that?
That is 20 points of damage.
20 points of piercing?
Ice.
Cold damage.
Cold damage.
Yeah, 20 points of cold damage
Oh.
for the bear.
Yeah, he's not that yet. He's at 4 HP.
That's a cold looking bear. Rat bear. Rat coke bear. Awesome. Anything else, Coralia? Anything else, Vel?
I can't cast Expeditious Retreat, can I?
That's an action, right? Yeah.
No, it's a bonus action.
But you just cast Ice Knife.
That's
But I
a-
just cast
yeah.
a spell.
Yeah. Cool. You can move if you
I,
want.
I
But...
would like to move behind the pillar.
Yeah, join Dandon back there.
This man, the meter.
I spin around the pillar and press myself up against it, and she just looks at Dandon and just. We need to stop John before he becomes a problem.
Oh shit.
Sweet. After your turn, Coralia, the mage moves over here, appears to be rushing towards you, John, and then as they step there, plants their staff into the ground. Electricity curls around it, and in a flash of lightning, they vanish, reappearing 300 feet away. And as
This is
there's that
blessing.
flash of lightning, there is a moment of silence, and then in a explosive, cacophonous, thundery explosion as Thunderstep goes off.
This guy's just
I think it's-
flexing.
It's like 300 feet, so it's... Yeah, fuck. I'm just gonna place over here. And then I'm gonna need a... I'm gonna need a
Con save. That's
Constitution save from you, John, and from your bear,
And
Geo.
Also, the Eldritch Cannon.
13.
Oh, it's
Oh, it
10
wasn't.
feet. Yeah, that's out of range.
I'm gonna use my point of inspiration on that.
Cool.
It's much better. Much better. 19.
19 is a success, and a 20 is a success. So you take half. So they each take 12 thunder damage.
I take 24. My bear is dead.
The bear expires.
John's really not looking hot at this point. Ears are ringing.
Yeah, word. And that is an action for the homie. Is going to burn some sorcery points and is going to shoot off another bolt of smaller lightning at... Ooh, I think you're in range, Dandon. Yeah, you
So
are.
that means that both of us are, because I'm up against the wall.
Oh, you're there too? I think
Like right
recognizes you as the caster, and it's gonna sling a bolt at you, Corey.
What spell?
It's a shocking bolt, a fire bolt.
Oh.
Cantrip. Quick and spelled.
He can get us through his guy. I mean, obviously there's space there, I guess.
Oh, I mean, like, yeah, it would have been there
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah.
It can move, so yeah, we'll move and get the clean shot and then fire that off. Cool. I'll make the attack roll. Rickety-kitty.
See him peek around a pillar.
10 whiffs. Wait, does it? I think a 10 hits, right, Corey? You can chrono shift if you want,
I'm gonna
or silvery barbs, your choice.
I will silvery barbs it.
Okay, silvery barbs that shit. I'll roll again.
CC lower.
It's not. It's the same thing that happened last time.
How many times can I do this? So you take 7 lightning damage.
At least Dandon's healed me.
The amount that's 3 times now that you silvery barbs and been crit. That's so fucking
hilarious.
funny. All right, that's
Yeah, timeline said this is the good one. Sorry,
yeah,
guys.
yeah. The timeline, like, no, this is correct.
Timeline
You
says,
don't-
Corey, you need some leather armor.
Yeah, timeline be like, Corey, you don't want to see what all the timelines are like. You get crit upon a lot.
It'd be like, it's called Mage Armor Dog. Pick it up.
Dandon, you're up.
I have it. It's an
Oh, boy.
action. You wanted me to cast haste on you.
Okay.
Now they're all gonna die.
So Dandon was behind a pillar the whole time. I heard the sword get drawn and the aftermath, and I
Yeah.
heard the voice in my head say things, and then I heard what Corey said. And I don't think Dandon is willing to look around the pillar at the moment.
Aw.
But did just see Gristle go down.
Correct.
Dandon is getting a little stressed out.
Yeah.
So,
If you,
Oh.
I remember we were talking. Do you want to maybe roll a save for like Dandon's
yeah.
mental
roll a
state?
save.
Because I mean, like the violence that's been building the last few days is going to reach a breaking point at some point.
I rolled a 13.
Okay, I think you're able to keep a cool enough head to do whatever you want to do in this instance.
Cool. All right. I am going to look at Corey and just kind of nod at what she said, and I take my hand, and I think this is the first, aside from the guiding bolt, this is the first like truly visible magic that Dandon does. I just tap the pouch of sling bullets and cast magic stone, and the entire pouch just starts to glow gold. And I reach in and grab a marble, and I'm going to take my attack at the guy, the leader dude.
Yeah.
And I will
Or you something of a shot too.
hit. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
An 18 hits.
Cool. So he's going to take. And now my slingshot does 1d6 instead of 1d4. That's going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage as I just plink it off the face, and I just after I do it, I just like a shitty kid, like, hey, fuck you, and I duck behind the pillar, and I just go.
Based.
You got some stones, kid, that's for sure. Picks up the glowing stone that hit him in the brass chin, looking at it. Oh, you just to put between your eyes, then. Sweet.
And yeah, I'm just gonna duck behind the pillar. Still not really willing to fully go out it. There's a corpse that's been partially devoured right next to me, so I'm just trying to ignore that part.
Yeah, you see the bear still kind of gnawing away.
These guys are just awful. A lot is happening. That's the end of my turn.
Gotcha. Gristle, I'm gonna need a death saving throw.
Yeah, it's actually the first time I think I've done that.
Yeah,
Simply roll a natural 20.
Ooh,
back up and take another shot.
that's a 2.
That's a fail.
At least it's not a 1.
Almost a critical fail, yeah. Gristle, the bullets in your chest from that gut shot stinging like a bitch. You are bleeding out rapidly.
Flatline too.
You can't die if I'm still in here. That's bad for me. Someone get Gristle up.
Bad for me too.
Gristle's not looking good, everyone. I haven't been saying it. I wanted you all to focus, but you should focus on keeping Gristle alive. Elias, you're up.
Alright, we're gonna go try to save Gristle. Boom, boom, boom. You see just like a grotesque fleshy bear.
I think I might actually have. Wait,
Flesh bear. I imagine it looks like a really big version of the mole rats from Fallout.
The big main bear looks a little different. The small one. Wait, I forgot what's Fallout.
You guys see this?
Ah,
Yeah, I can see that.
Kind of like that, maybe.
kind of like that, but with the human part being more reptilian.
Yeah.
That's awful, actually. That's
Word.
truly atrocious.
Yeah.
That was one of the few things you could have said to alter that image to make it more
Yeah.
disturbing.
That, but scaly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna try to maul him.
Dude up. What a fox you son.
Alright.
Were you a bear or you were a lizard?
A blizzard.
The answer is yes.
I'm
Edge.
a blizzard,
Don't.
motherfucker.
It's your man none.
20 for
20 hits.
piercing.
How much piercing?
8.
Gotcha.
And my big boy claws
Be quiet.
is only 11, which I'm gonna use my advantage. And let's see.
I'm gonna eat my advantage pill.
Oh boy, that's.
I keep it hidden in my
Damn,
tooth.
Only a 10. Mother
Does not
shitter.
hit.
Alright,
Mother
well, my coke bears are gonna move.
Your coke
One
bear
is gonna
singular.
move towards him.
The other one died.
I know, I'm sad.
The other one's finished munching on the Countess's legs.
Yep, finishes mount and literally jumps across the pool of water. Woo! And lunges towards him.
I think, yeah, we can make it.
I think 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
He also has a climb speed too.
climbs up the pillar for a WWE takedown onto
These are jumping
Rivet.
21. God damn, dude.
hits.
9 damage.
Okay.
And I will use my bonus action.
Yes,
to-
heal Crystal. He's dying.
I can't heal him.
What?
I literally can't. I'm a bear.
Oh, rip.
I'll use it to septic strikes.
Gotcha.
Maybe I'll kill him first. A singular D4.
I was gonna ask how you plan on healing Crystal as a bear, Elias.
I'll lick his wounds with these rusty.
No, don't you dare lick his wounds. You'll infect him.
That's 3 damage.
Gotcha. All right, that's Elias. John, you're up.
That is me.
You see that
Sean.
Frederick has fled down the corridor. The cannon is rotating and reloading to fire again, facing you. The mage is teleported to the other side of the room.
That's really cute. I'm gonna walk right next to the cannon. With my hasted action, I'm gonna plant a boot on it and shove it into the pool.
Yeah, sure. Give the shove attack.
Give it a cute little athletics check for a shove attack, right?
Let me double check.
Yeah. Tell me the rules, and then I'll roll the dice.
Yeah.
Die for
Here.
gore.
It's the same rule as grapple.
I don't play strong guys very often.
Strong boys.
Well, yeah, make a athletics check contested by their athletics or dex, which, believe it or not,
Take Dex.
it's not very great.
I rolled a natural 20 for a total of
It
20.
works. So it just works.
20s.
Just works.
Do you have inspiration, John?
No, I just used it, but I'll refill my tank.
You reload, yeah, and you just push it into into the pool. It's floating, cannon side down. Legs are flailing like a turtle.
I will then use the rest of my grotesque haste speed, doing a little jump, maneuver my way right
And
here.
For a moment, you see John sprinting towards you with the great sword out.
It's dragging along behind him, and then he pivots and long jumps across the corner, sliding across the tile before arresting his momentum on the pillar and swinging into that position. And as he does, Gristle, get up and kill that mage! And I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on Gristle. And then with my...
Well, I was gonna say, was that a healing word?
Yeah, that was a healing word. I'll roll it. You get what is the bonus?
An order for violence.
It is more of an order for violence. Truly it is. What's the
When you
I
just
should have
shout
so many
man back to
spells.
life.
you get 5 hit points. Roll 5 hit points.
5 hip.
And I have a question. Since I technically did make an attack with the shove, can I use my bonus action for the?
Yes.
Then I will not my bonus action. I used my hasted action to do it, so I will use my actual just action to attack.
Yes. Make your swing.
I would do so.
What the fuck is your shin?
Attempt to rip and tear. Does a 17 hit?
17 hits exactly.
17 hits exactly. We love to hear it. We love.
What
to
are
hear
you
it.
supposed to be in?
As the you just hear the scraping sound of, it's not stone against tile, but it's something similar to stone. And he swings at an arc up over Gristle and the little guy, and he's just coming in for a sideways cleave. I'm gonna smite him again, of course,
Dude up.
because it's
Why
my
wouldn't you?
contractual obligation. Yeah.
Yeah, word.
Why wouldn't you do that?
He takes min damage on that. So he takes 5 slashing damage. He takes 2 psychic damage.
You can just give me the grand total for this one.
Okay, so 8 plus 2, 10 plus, what did I say? 5. 15 points of damage total.
Gotcha.
Um,
Swing.
Yeah, and we hit him with that hefty, just kind of arcing overhead. Probably just clipping him a little bit. And I don't think I have anything else very schnasty up my sleeve for that turn. I think I kind of did all the things.
Certainly.
That's my turn.
As you enter the fray, someone's got a bit of fighting gumption, don't they? Blunderbuss comes back out, and they take a shot at you, John. And as it hits, it explodes and hits everyone within 5 feet of you, including him. Okay, where is it here?
Bristle
His
does
gun
not get.
exploded.
Yeah, weird. Okay.
Man's is truly just
13
Also, I
does
can
not
really
hit,
hit. No, not
so
even
it's gonna
close.
have to make a second attack instead. So 16 hit. No.
No.
Yeah, whiffs 2 shots. What are you?
I am the man who will break you.
What the fuck's wrong with you lot? Yeah, I fucking can't do anything else. I needed to hit. He did not hit. Frederick is going to continue running away.
Yeah, you run, Frederick.
Everyone knows.
Corey,
You
you're up.
always leave one alive.
Corey is going to turn to Dandon and grip her little tiny hand in 2 of hers and say, I need to borrow this. And pulls a thread from Dandon's wrist that glimmers in radiant light, and then it erupts into crimson flames, and she snaps it out to her side, and it grows into a full whip. And as she walks up from behind the bear, she snaps it over everyone's head and casts Agnar's Scorcher at the mage.
Dude up.
That is going to be a dex save for him.
Alrighty.
Hey, what's just because I always like hearing it? What is the ridiculous range of that spell?
I think it's 120 feet, isn't it?
I think it is 120 feet.
Really big.
So
It's
she
basically-
she originally said that
Agnazar
on-
Scorcher, it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it? Isn't it?
Agnazar.
30 feet.
It's
30
30
feet. Yeah,
Oh, I thought
30
it was like lightning bolt.
yeah.
Maybe I should have cast. Can I cast lightning bolt instead?
Absolutely, yeah.
Simply, may I just cast lightning bolt instead?
Yeah.
So she does
So,
the same thing. She pulls the thread from Dandon, and
Yeah, so
it erupts into this red hot, like flame, and it crackles. And she just says, "No, I'm gonna hurt you with your own magic," and just snaps it over everyone's head, originating it on whatever the fuck the metal man's name is, Ratchet.
lightning bolt, I think it
Originates
emanates
from
from you. Yeah, so
Oh.
it'll
But you've
be
got a
able-
nice straight line
hit-
for it.
It'll hit the bear, but
Yeah,
it'll
it'll
also
hit the
hit
bear.
Rivet and the mage.
Okay,
Yeah,
who
yeah,
cares?
alright,
It's the
alright,
bear. The bear's not even real for all we care.
So for this one, the mage is certainly going to try and counterspell.
Can he see me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
there was the huge fucking big one before. This one
He,
is
however, is 80 feet away.
he is
Corellia
80
right
feet
now.
away. Out of range of counterspell, I think, right?
Yeah.
60 feet.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Happily.
Happily.
Lightning bolted up. So it's gonna hit the bear, but I'm gonna need dex saves from the bear, from Rivet, and from the mage.
Fuck him up. It's 86, right?
Yep.
It's a lot of these.
Yep.
First spell. Wait, you have fireball and lightning bolt and pulse wave.
Yep.
Absolutely filthy.
And haste.
What a stacked third level spell list.
Some stank shit. What's the DC?
16.
Rivet succeeds, Raven fails.
Goodbye, bear.
I assumed that. What did the bear do?
What the bear roll, Geo? What's the actually, hold on, it might not matter. Based off the damage giggle there.
Geo might be gone. Oh. I shall roll for the bear. The bear failed.
Rough.
10. Uh, 22. $32 plus 5, 37 points of lightning damage.
Look. 37. The bear dies. Yeah, certainly. 30. Okay, Rivet succeeded. Oh man, Rivet's fucked up. Fuck. And then the mage is going to reaction absorb elements to this shit though. So to gain resistance for half of this shit, because that's a lot. 37 half down to what? 15, 16,
18.
17? 18? Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
18. Shit. Looking fucked up.
Oh, man, dude, man.
Yeah. The mage and Rivet are both quite
Still up?
bloodied.
Haste is still up.
Haste is still up. Oh shit, is actually resistant already to lightning.
So it takes 1/4 damage.
It takes quarter, so have that again. 18, so plus
9.
9. There we go. Love it. Cool.
This mage is
Corey.
annoying.
Is looking very fucked up. Anything else, Corey?
Look back behind the pillar.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back behind the pillar.
Yeah. An excellent lightning bolt, if I say so myself. The fireball precise, the lightning bolt crackling with efficiency. You're doing great, Coralia. You will make a fine wizard yet.
I already am one.
Oh, that's what you think, eh? A wizard must be some kind of arrogant, it's true. Now that's the mage.
Man's is bold.
Okay. The mage looks at Rivet, bleeding out, looks at you all, looks at their wounds, and runs towards the window, kicks it, and jumps through, and disappears from sight.
A valid maneuver.
Surprise villains we will see later.
Dandin, you're up.
Okay. Oh boy. Cool. Let me see. All right, I am going to pop up here. Use my I'll use my bonus action to hide.
Yep.
Do I need to make a stealth?
Give me a stealth check.
Ooh. Not terribly great. I do have a +9, so 14.
also have an
Rivet's
inspiration.
eyes light up on and still see you.
Okay, so no advantage.
No advantage.
And I'm just going to take a shot right at the center of his forehead.
Bullseye.
It's pretty good. I think +6 is a +6, so that's a. Oh no, it's magic stone, so it's a +7, so it's 19.
Hits.
Cool, and he is next to an ally, so or
He
he is threatened by an ally, so I get sneak attack.
He is.
D6s. Uh, 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Dandon, how would you like to do it? You see that the lightning bolt sent from Coralia has fried something within Rivet. He seems to be like paralyzed in place. His head just turns and looks at you.
I just let it go, and the marble truly just goes right through the center of the mask and just knocks his head back. And I presume it is a marble, and I am a child. So I presume that does not kill him. It knocks him the fuck out, though.
Yeah.
It's just bing, pure bludgeoning damage right to the head.
Yeah. You hear a sickening crack as it does significant damage. And for a moment, Rivet stands tottering and then collapses to the ground unconscious. And with that, all of the combatants have fled or been reduced to death or unconsciousness as the sounds of footsteps begin to ring out. You are alone for the moment, but you are still in Augustine Trading Company headquarters.
We need to go.
Out the window, down the hatch, pick a place.
Get me to a
Danton,
sewer.
Can you slow us down again?
No, I don't have anything else.
Fuck.
We're in a bathhouse. There has to be an entrance to a sewer.
We are in a bathhouse. There does have to be an entrance to the sewer.
John and Gristle, you both went for a little swim. There is indeed like filtration system, you saw like a grate at the bottom of the pool here.
Can we fit through it?
Gristle and John, you both remember seeing it. It was not that small, or it was not that, not that small. Like, you do think everyone could fit. It would be tight, but
Do you have any type of water breathing?
We're on the 4th story. As he, like, really shakily sheathes the sword. And the flame, like, fluffs out at the end when it hits. Fuck it. I'll stumble into the water and I'll get my fingers in and just hoist that grate out.
yeah, you rip the grate out.
As we are all headed over there, I just lightly touch Gristle on the shoulder, and I just say, "Come on, we got to get out of here." And I cast Healing Hands, and you get back 11 HP.
As Corey walks up behind John, she takes one of the syringes off her belt loop and just stabs him in the shoulder, and that's gonna be 3d8 healing. A jolt of adrenaline goes through your body, and you get back
The best.
22 points.
Damn.
That's sweet. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hope
Oh, yeah.
all of you can hold your breath.
We have to.
Elias Gristle, go first. Sorry, not Elias. Dandon Gristle, go first. Elias, close the grate behind us.
Yeah, I'm going.
With your marching order declared, you all begin to swim into the grate, and as you feel a current begin to take hold of you and pull you along at increasingly quick rate, we'll end the session there. Where will this lead? Who's to say?
Who knows?
We'll find
Who
out
knows?
next week on Grimpunk